Right. Hello and welcome. This was always going to be screwed up. As you can see, we have teleported to yet another new location. I was joking. We were joking earlier that we are in fact stuck in some kind of planar mess ourselves. But what in fact it is that we don't actually have a studio. We are like hobos of the internet that have to find a place to play a different place every week. Sorry, hobos is insensitive. We are a traveling show that has to set up different places every week. This is actually kind of nice because this will be the first time that everyone's sitting at a table together. You're still kind of all facing, well, anyway, it doesn't matter. Welcome back to the show. Welcome to the show, episode 11. Last week, oh no, never mind. I do that after the credits. I should know this by now. 11 episodes in. What can I say about anything? The Animated Spell Kickstarter, of which we have been giving away a bunch of them on our Patreon. Ooh. Thank you, everyone. That launches in September. You can go to animatedspells.com. Yes, we bought that thing. And sign up for our mailing list, and you'll get a little notification when the Kickstarter's live. That's going to be a big one, so please go check it out. Other than that, Cold Iron launched in the past couple of Saturdays. It went really well. You can see somewhere to either this side of me or this side of me, you can see some rotating ads. So keep an eye on the different ads. There's a bunch of shows now that you can watch. But Cold Iron will be back with Alicia back at the helm this coming Saturday, so tune in. All right, I think we can go to the opening credits such as they are. Cool.
We're live.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hello. I'm just putting some music on.
Perform. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're all live, though.
Oh, yeah.
We're
super live.
Ignacio, how does everyone look?
Everyone's looking good. Yep.
Okay.
Thanks.
I mean,
Thanks, Ignacio.
Thank you. Feeling good.
All around camera guy, technical director,
Yeah.
PA, and moral support.
You know what? Caleb is away in the next
Maybe.
the
I'm
next
sure.
one. If he is, then maybe Ignacio can jump in a guest role, and we'll find someone else to run. We'll get JF back or something to do that. Because Ignacio, if you want, you're due to be on the show. We'll have to kill you before the episode's over, of course, because you'll have to resume your duties the following game. But you get one whole 3-hour block of entertainment. So where we left off,
For all the work he does.
where we left off, you guys were in mid-combat with some creatures that came a-shambling out of the plains nearby, and you were on your way to...
P-L-A-I-N.
Yes, they were on the plains, in the plains, and some...
Causing pain.
Everything rhymes.
What we're saying is you don't actually get to do any narrative description.
That's fine, yeah. I'll just sit here while you guys talk. So you had set up camp for the night. You were heading on your way to, what was the name of that woman? I was wanting to look at your map.
Sheila Furiorio.
Yeah, that.
Okay. Yes, one of the halfling deities. Yeah, let me take a look. Hey, this is something new. I just got handed something.
I can pass you stuff.
Sheila Periroyals.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, I mean, you nailed it, really.
Yeah.
A halfling goddess of the of farming and nature, and that's kind of the next spot.
It's fun. The music is
just
bit
a little
much.
down.
You guys
Also,
are,
there's like a squeaking noise, so it sounds like people are killing mice.
Oh.
that's not what I intended.
Okay, good.
Cats fighting mice.
Oh.
Maybe more than like.
Okay, anyway.
Cat mice fighting.
So
we're distracted.
yeah. So the ambush happened in the middle of the night. You had picked up a new person. I hesitate to call him your friend, Wyatt Wallace, a
Fuck that guy.
dapper dapper guy that everyone hates.
I like
I have
him.
no problems with
Okay,
him.
all right,
I
well.
really think it's just down here.
No.
That hates that guy.
It's just not.
Okay, I hate the guy. I alone.
He's suspicious, I suppose. And though he was happy to enjoy in the feast that Ananse had gathered for everyone, he was not super big into helping. The fight broke out while you were all feasting, and he sat it out until the very end. We ended at the end of a round of combat, and where he decided that enough was enough and that he was going to try and finish this all for you. So we will take off from there with him holding one hand up and forming a large ball of flame in order to shoot at one of these shambling creatures. I promised myself I would only do it as they did it. And he fires the fireball straight up into the air, where it explodes above the field. And he just walks up to the nearest shambling creature and just rolls up a sleeve and attempts to punch them.
This is exciting.
You wanted him to help, so. Let's see here.
I mean, we didn't particularly need him to help.
So he just pissed his fireball.
You were
into the
upset that he
air.
wasn't helping.
We were kind of beefing it. Well, he might have summoned people or something.
We had it under control.
That's totally fine.
It was fine.
Yeah.
I'm not even hurt.
I haven't taken any damage.
My hands are tired from all the hitting.
I
so,
made a
like,
tree fall down and laughed. So
Yeah,
like,
Yeah. I got hit one whole time and that's it.
I realize I don't have a pen.
Want a pen? Or
A
pencil?
pencil, yeah.
If you want to disguise, I'm your guy.
All right, yeah. So he rolls up his sleeve, very pale, skinny gentleman, walks right up to one of the shambling mounds that had not been the one that had not been injured, and punches it real hard.
Right in the kisser.
That's right. It does
86 points of damage.
Why the message?
He does 17 points of damage
Damn.
What a punch.
with a punch.
Okay.
How you feeling about that?
It's a good punch.
Intrigued.
Solid punch. It's a fruit punch. That doesn't even make any sense. And I take it back.
Now you've done it.
Yep. Oh no.
yep. Oh no.
The word fruit is now off the table?
It's always been off the table, honey.
But that's where fruit always sits. All right, so we're bumping Wyatt down to the bottom of the no, you know what? He's going to be the top of it now. Just for everything to make sense.
Who?
Wyatt Wallace, your least favorite NPC. So, yeah, he punches him real hard. And he does this after. It's been a while since I've done that. All right.
Ricky does a slow clap.
I
Big
guess
guy's
I
feather
could
hands, you don't
do
hear
a
it.
giant. So, Ananse, as you can see, is not here. So I need to quickly get a deck
Show
of
him
many
off.
card that has to do with this giant spider, and I'm going to hand it off to one of you fine folks. Here you go. You need to make an attack.
Yeah, so when in doubt, the giant spider will bite whatever's closest to it.
Sure. So currently, you had set up camp behind an outcropping of stones. One of the shambling mounds and this other strange wood tree creature came up over, and then a sneak attack from one of the other shambling mounds came around and attacked you. Now both shambling mounds are on the other side of the rocks, sort of in your campsite, and then the wooden creature, with the wooden shield arm and the wooden club arm, are standing up on the stones. It's climbed back up onto the stone, if I remember correctly. I think, Bastille, you were on the other side,
Yeah.
pummeling it.
And I was near one
Yeah.
when things ended.
You had injured, I think, one of the... you were near the injured mound. So, the spider was up on the rock the last I checked.
Sure, so it'll bite the tree man.
Okay,
I guess.
sure. Bite that tree man.
That's gonna miss. That's gonna miss hard.
What's his
That's
age? What's the...
7.
Yeah, it's not going to hit much, unfortunately.
It has 8 legs, but it still trips.
All right. Ananse continues to eat and beckon Wyatt to just sit down and keep eating. Because that's what he was doing before. Bastille.
Yes, I will continue my pummeling attacks,
Okay.
by which I mean Warhammer. So
Don't forget you have Jasper helping you.
Oh, great! So I have advantage on these, or the first one at least.
That's right. He's climbing around inside of
the
the
tree.
woodsy fella.
All right. Okay, so does an 18 hit?
An 18?
Yes.
The you're attacking the weird wooden guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay, so both of those attacks are hits then.
Right.
So you're on the other side of the stones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
With-
your Bastille. Yeah,
Okay.
because we were both hitting, and then I made the tree fall down.
So 23
Chopping
points of
trees.
damage. Whoop. 23 points of damage, and I throw my dice on the ground.
Wow.
Yeah,
23 points.
23.
Roll.
I still have a sacred weapon going, so I've got an extra 4 damage.
Right. I'll pretend that means something to me.
Means a lot to me.
I know it's your special magic thing or whatever. I'll put it on the fridge with a magnet.
Thank you.
So Bastille, anything else?
You can also put stuff on me with a magnet. I think I'm just gonna stay by
Flirting
this
with
thing.
me now, Bastille? Jeez.
that was my voice, not Bastille's.
Oh, I see.
And yes, I'm gonna stay near this thing and continue to threaten it. I assume it'll fight me back, but I guess we'll see.
You never know, really.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That brings us to Jasper.
Still crawling around.
Giving the help.
Yep.
He does have the option of giving help action to Bastille or Nika.
I think Bastille is the one that he's.
Nika's nearby the wooden guy too. So is that it?
I think he'll keep helping Bastille.
Okay.
Suck doesn't need help.
It's fine. Fine.
Okay, whatever.
I just give everybody bardic inspiration, and nobody helps me. Okay,
I'll have a
understand.
talk with Jasper after this fight. We'll hook you up.
You're gonna blame this on the NPC Weasel?
Jasper.
All right. NPC Weasel sounds like should mean
It's
something
fine.
to somebody.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
It just sounds like it's a really bad rapper name, you know? Okay.
I really don't know.
So next up are our old Shamblies. So we were saying that one was close to this gentleman
Yeah, I
here,
think I was 10 feet from it.
and the other one you had hopped up somewhere into a tree
I'm
far
on-
away.
I'm on the wagon.
In the wagon, that's right, yeah.
On the wagon.
So, on the wagon. Well, you can't really be in the wagon, I guess. So, one starts heading over towards you. It's gonna get an opportunity attack, I guess, from Wallace.
In the butt.
You hit him for like 15 points last time with a punch.
He hit.
There's a wrestler, and his whole thing is like he's this like red-headed, like skinny British fancy guy. So I'm just picturing that.
There's another. He's like, not so fast, and he like rakes his hand across the back of the creature, and he does another 13 points of damage.
Holy moly.
Someone's not a human. What? What was that?
I still
Is
hate this guy.
Oh, that's a brain fart.
But he does. The mound still heads on over to you.
Yes, is one of them on fire from the fire in my arrow?
You shot it at the tree. You shot the fire at the tree guy.
Yeah.
Stone. You did 1 point of fire damage, and it was a little bit of simmer inside of him, but he's
Okay.
not up in
I
flames.
lit his heart slightly.
That's right. Yeah. You lit his life on fire, in a romantic way.
Yes.
So I'm gonna give this thing disadvantage on its attack since you're elevated.
Sure am.
So that's a 1 on that one, and the other one does a 15.
Uncanny dodge.
Wait, what? Yeah, but I think that's you'd like cut damage in half or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but does a 15 hit you at all?
Oh, no.
16 armor class.
Okay, so no, you don't need to uncanny dodge until you've been
Sorry,
hit.
I
Yes.
just-
Unless
Uncanny
you
dodge
just
work
wanna
on
show
attacks?
off.
I
I
thought
just got
uncanny
it.
dodge
I
was
was
on.
excited to use it.
I can't cut 0 damage in half, Kim. How many times do I have to tell you?
Suck it, DM.
It's
Uncanny
negative. It's
dodge.
Whoa.
negative, so I get healing bonus.
Fantasy is bleeding into reality, and I don't like it. Okay, so that mound's time is up. I will give the other mound 2 attacks
Ricky goes like this to it.
against the big fella.
Alright, it's moving in.
23.
I don't think I have that active. No. Sorry, just a sec. And shield is a.
You sound different, Theseus.
This is Caleb still.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. All right. I'm
He's
gonna.
just like, I don't know if that hurts.
I'm gonna toss up a shield. So, yeah, I'll flash my arm out, and a big red condor will.
And that
absorb
brings
the
you
blow.
up to 26 or something?
24.
24. Makes a second attack and misses.
This the cow ain't listening.
Pog, it's your turn.
Don't give me no bull.
So, if I recall, I was hiding.
You were trying to hide
Cowering-
beside,
cowering
beside
between-
and behind Wyatt Wallace.
I
yeah.
wanted him between the other thing.
But he's like up and punching things
now.
real hard in a polite way.
In a polite way. And can you? I know I apologize, but what's the nearest sort of situationally to me in terms of bad guys?
Probably the closest would be the Shambling Mound that is failing to hit Theseus. That one's.
What the fucking noise is this?
Sorry, I tried a different sound one, and I guess it's
It's
not
just
as
you're
good as the last
talking, and
one.
it's just like.
Oh,
that wasn't
So there's
that.
one.
That was something else.
So I'm just trying to visualize it. So there's one off to my left, right.
So you've got rocks
Yeah.
like this, wooden man standing on top, spider to his left.
Yeah.
Spiders to
He's
the
right.
left of me, spiders to the right.
On the other
Here
side
I
of the
am.
rock is, and your campsite is here. On the other side of the rock is Nika and Bastille, would-be lovers. And then you are crouched around the fire. And then there is Shambling Mound and Theseus to this side of the flames.
Okay.
And then there is Wagon, Shambling Mound, real punchy wiener dude.
Wiener dude.
He's kind of weenie looking, but he hits real hard.
Wiener. Oh, got it. Okay. All right.
He's kind of a wiener.
So I will, and I think I'm with Lucy at the moment.
Yes, I
Like,
think you were hiding
cast-
her
yeah.
behind you. I
Yeah,
guess?
and I cast Mage Armor on her
Right.
last turn. So I'll turn to Lucy and say, Lucy, what I need you to do right now is I'm gonna go help Caleb. If anything comes up behind us,
Theseus.
oh Theseus, I'm gonna help Theseus.
I thought you
I
said
get-
you were Caleb now.
I get confused. If anything comes up behind us, I need you to scream as loud as you can, but stay here. And I'm gonna run over. Can I get to the one that?
Yeah, it's maybe 10 feet away.
Okay. And I'm just gonna run at it, and I'm gonna just sort of put my shoulder into it. This is thematic for me, assisting or aiding his next attack.
Okay. Cool.
So I'll try and do.
So
that.
you're
Just-
kind of like ramming into it?
Yeah.
I'll
No.
let you make like a...
It's not to try and do damage. It's to just.
Sure, but I'll let you make an unarmed attack if you want.
Sure. I wouldn't hold your breath. Oh,
You hit.
16.
That is a hit.
Whoa!
So it's 1 plus your strength.
To a minimum of 1.
1.
Okay?
I do 1 point of damage.
Yeah, you slam into it and some part of it seems to snap in its shoulder.
Oh, and that's probably also my shoulder.
Yeah, you can't tell which snapped, but you
Ow.
did damage to something.
Okay, so that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Assisting or aiding. I
So
forget.
that gives me advantage on an attack roll.
On the next attack roll against this guy, yeah. Ricky Tikki Taffy.
If I wanted to, because with my rogue stuff, I can do fast hands.
Oh, shit, I skipped a whole monster. Anyway, go ahead.
Do you want to do it now?
It was
No, it's fine.
I can use an object, but I would like to take one of my flasks of oil
No boy.
and
Okay.
what would be coolest?
If you threw it and then you shot it with one of your fire arrows.
I'll allow it.
I was thinking dousing my blade with the oil and then lighting that on fire.
That's
It's a
also
flaming sword,
cool.
And then jump on its back and stab it.
Oh, yeah, that's.
Is that better or is that worse?
They're both cool. They're both cool. Do you want to be fighting melee right now, though? Because that's what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
You go flaming sword.
Yeah, I'll do it.
For
Because then I
great
can offhand with the dagger
justice.
too. Alright, So Ricky takes out a flask of oil and doses his short sword in oil,
Mm-hmm.
just the blade, and then uses his sparker, spits on it, and then lights it on fire.
So this is your free object action.
Yes.
Plus, you can use a bonus action to interact with an object. Is that what's going on here? You have some thief thing?
Cunning action, yeah.
Okay.
Use an object. Fast hands.
Okay, so that leaves you your action.
And then I want to jump onto the thing, onto his back.
On
Is it close enough?
on Chambly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I see? Does it look like it has like a heart or something, or a brain through the?
It looks like a pile of swampy vines. You can't really
Pile of
see.
shit.
Well, swamp shit. Yeah.
Very specifically.
All right, I'll jump on its back and then stab it. So I rolled in the jump.
Yeah.
The sound effects are getting worse.
What are these from?
It's from a sound app. Just because I'm not tailoring them, I switched off the grunts and the growls, so that'll be better.
I think it's over there. I have more, but.
All right, give me that attack roll. You jump onto its back.
Oh no! I rolled a 1.
You light yourself on fire.
You sink into its back and light yourself on fire.
I'll let you do this at advantage because it's a cool move,
Bless
and
you.
because I'm a cool
Oh my
DM.
god, you're a hero.
Put that under the on the screen.
Not a lame
Right now.
DM. I'm a cool DM.
19!
There you go.
Plus whatever.
Okay, that one hits.
Okay. Oh, I don't get sneak
I
attack.
just want battle music, dude.
A lot of zombies in these battles.
Okay, 1d6 plus 4 for that. Do I get sneak attack? Is it
Did someone walk over to that one to attack it? No.
Shit, I should have thought of this before I did this.
Oh, but I gave you advantage, so that does
So
give
you
you
have
sneak
advantage.
attack.
Ah!
And
Oh.
double it. Just because
What?
he's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Just roll d20s because he's cool.
Because he's cool like that.
Okay, all right, I'm changing it. I'm changing
Maybe
it.
just music and no sound effects.
Yeah.
16.
In past weeks, they've been good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's
yeah.
just people drinking
It's not
milkshakes
always-
and feeling bad.
That's what, yeah, that is 16.
That's
Wait,
what
I
the
can't-
playlist is.
The milkshake incident.
People drinking milkshakes and feeling bad. I think about so many times I need that playlist.
Oh my god, it's so hot in here.
Is
16 damage, brother.
All right, I will document this damage.
Yes.
So yeah, the flame seems to have trouble piercing the swampy wetness that is the poop. I think we can probably open the door. I don't know.
Good, because I might die soon. So definitely open the door.
But you
We
can,
are
can you
sweating
see the
lots.
door in it though?
Yeah.
No.
But if it will make
Please
us
don't
less
look.
You don't have to
sweaty,
open. Well, I guess it's better to open it all the way than it is to leave it.
Yeah, otherwise only.
Oh, the air. Oh, it's so nice.
yeah,
Okay.
it looks better because we're less sweaty. So.
It doesn't look better, but that's alright.
Okay.
fine.
Yeah.
Bye,
So the
girl.
flame does help. But, and I'll let you do another d6 of flame damage if you want to roll the d6. But because I'm a cool DM.
So
Yeah.
cool.
How much damage do you want to do, Kim?
All of it.
I'll round up to the nearest 100.
4.
Okay.
400.
Yep. That's how many billions of damage you do, Kim.
Yeah.
You're my favorite, obviously. So, yeah, the flame is doused as it slices down through. It seems to the wet materials that the shambling mound is made out of seems to bubble a bit, but doesn't seem to do as much damage. It would be like trying to chop a wet tree with a.
With a
In fact, it's exactly like chopping a wet tree with it, yeah. With a short sword. But that's still a good amount of damage. Okay, that brings us to Nika.
Okay, so I had given my bardic inspiration to Ananse, but he's not here.
Cool, who else gets it?
He eats and
So-
drinks really well.
Yeah.
Have I not given it to someone yet? I obviously did. I
Me,
only
but I don't
did.
need it.
Okay.
You could add it to the damage for your new
I could have
shoulder
done 2
ramp.
points of damage, so don't give it to me.
Then you know what? I'll give it to my would-be lover again.
Right. Good.
Me?
Sorry. Is
Wow,
it,
everyone thinks Nika. Everyone thinks they're Nika's would-be lover.
It's a D8, right?
It's a D8 now. Yeah.
Sweet, thank you.
I think. pieces
But we'll
are
say that's your
probably-
old.
we're
That's
probably
from
never
what you
consider
gave
that possible.
Yeah.
him just because he's not here.
Yeah.
Cool. And so what are you doing
Just
this
because it was
turn?
my last use, so I would feel bad.
Oh,
if it didn't
oh yeah,
get,
yeah,
like,
especially
used
that.
up.
Yeah. She feels bad, Ed.
Yeah, Ed.
I
Yeah.
know, I was
You
trying to
should
be
feel
nice to
bad,
Ed,
too.
and then he couldn't even show up to use my gift.
You could have swallowed those pheasants whole, Ed, with that extra D8.
Those peasants hole.
Okay, I am going.
Grow up.
I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers
Okay.
on the tree dude.
Tree man.
So I'm going to cast it at the 3rd level, and they have to make a Wisdom save.
A save for their wisdom.
A whiz save.
A 17.
Oh fuck! Seriously?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
still half damage, right?
I think so. Yes.
Smart babies.
They're not that
Wise.
smart.
Half damage, and they don't have to move
Twice.
away from me. So good thing I did that. So that is now 4d6 of psychic damage, but half. Oh, that's terrible.
See a 6 in there?
11, 12, 13, and then half.
That's 6 points of psychic damage.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Cool. That's anything else? Movement? You got? You can technically get a little further away because he's up on the rock. I won't give him an attack of opportunity. Cool, DM.
'Cause he's
No, I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. That door opening really solved that problem, didn't
Yeah,
it?
I'm gonna live now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way better now.
Yeah.
The best?
Theseus.
All right.
Oh, you have a bonus action. Is there any bonus action stuff? Sorry, I just want to make sure you get your whole turn.
No.
Okay. Theseus.
I am going to stab the one in front of me with my forehead bones. Casting Booming Blade.
Is that what we're calling him there?
Quick question about the help action, because I don't know the rules of this game very well. Is it all my attacks against this guy?
Your next attack.
My next attack. Well, it's gonna be the crappier attack, because that's just the order things have to happen in. Booming Blade
I don't know.
then.
I don't know what you guys do over there.
Wow,
this is
this
the closest I've ever been to you.
Garbage. Wow. That help did not help very much. It means I got a 6 instead of a 5 for an 11. Does an 11 hit?
No, somehow from point blank range, your head bones do not impact the shambling mound.
Well, or, you know. Alright, then I am going to move back. So if it wants to opportunity
Oh,
attack me,
it do.
My
for sure can.
shoulder.
It do want to.
For nothing.
Does a 16 miss you?
It sure does!
Sweet.
So I'm gonna move back just out of range, and then I'm going to chromatic orb this fucker
Yeah.
for thunder damage.
Thunder, thunder, thunder damage. Make your attack. Thunder damage. Ho.
17.
Way to go, Lionel.
That is a hit.
Alright, for 4d8.
Plus a billion.
Nope, just 4d8.
Plus whatever you want.
Trillion. Yeah.
That's just for Kim.
And then I'm
The
gonna
Rickies in the Ricky Club.
spend 2 sorcery points for empowered spell to re-roll 2 of those dice.
Whoa.
Class features!
Is this the first
Machi,
sorcery
machi.
points you've spent?
I've spent them for spell slots in the past, but I didn't bother to say anything.
Right, because like I don't need to know what's going on.
No, you don't. What's that? That's 11, 13, 15 thunder damage.
15 thunder damage.
We're
I
just
would like-
gonna do 18 points of damage.
I will emphasize again,
How? Why?
thunder and not.
I know. I heard what you said.
Alright, I'm gonna
What can we do?
go and actually spend those
Thunder.
sorcery points on D&D Beyond.
Not a sponsor.
Yeah,
It's not, but it's kind of cool. Yeah, yet. That's right. That's the attitude.
They started sponsoring Nerdarchy, so they'll sponsor us, I'm sure,
Anything.
someday.
Oh,
That's not
wait.
what,
No,
I know
that's
that's how
not
it started sounding as I was coming out of my mouth. I'm like, that's not what I meant. I like the Nerdarchy guys. We sponsor them now, but hey, we sponsor something that D&D Beyond sponsors.
So basically, D&D Beyond's already sponsoring us
That's right.
via the transitive property.
So, top of the
Oh,
round.
that's word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Top of the round.
Also, if they sponsored something that sponsor does, but
Wyatt steps up behind the shambling mound and is going to attempt to grapple it.
this little old British man who's probably like a god or something.
What's the wrestler's name?
skill
I think it's like the gentle or something.
That also
I've
takes
never
2.
seen live wrestling, but I want to.
Oh, that only cost 1 sorcery point. Amazing.
Think of the same.
Makes me want to watch.
That's why we went. Let's go.
Well, I mean.
Yeah. So against all odds, Wyatt walks up behind the shambling mound, reaches around and grabs onto its arms, and just pins them, seemingly with no problem whatsoever. And then says to Ricky, like, sort of turns the mound to face you and is like, "Now's your chance, old chap."
Okay.
So Ricky will get advantage on attacks against this guy because he's somehow pinned a giant
Only
shambling mound.
Ricky or anyone who chooses to attack.
Yeah, anyone who does a melee attacks against him. Yeah, I think that's something. Grappler. Technically, that's not what happens when you grapple. I actually didn't bring him because you can use my screen. Yeah. Oh, that's new.
Okay.
I died.
There are some light switches. Maybe those make there be light.
And all of a sudden, he casts a spell of
All
What's
right,
the other one?
and then the switchy switch.
No,
Nope.
No.
That
no.
it's
that's a fan.
it's motion, I guess.
Well, that,
Or it's out in the
that
hall.
works. That looks fine.
Yeah, we
I'm
look
going
okay
to
on
step
TV.
away and deal with this.
We look okay though.
Do we?
How does it look on that one?
Yeah,
That's
we
the
look
one.
okay.
We
So
look
sorry.
good.
That's a little delayed though.
Yeah, it should go
no,
Oh,
off.
went off. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's only like 2 seconds delayed.
Okay.
I think it looks fine.
So
Technical issue.
yeah, it's fine.
The
We
4 people will be okay. One of them is me.
Camera is like over the table.
Yeah.
Moody's okay.
I've just been ignoring it. Hi, camera.
What was I doing? Yes, okay, so technically you don't get advantage against it. But it's not going to attack anybody.
Does it count as incapacitated? Yeah,
No. Yeah, so it will be disadvantage on any attacks while Wyatt's got it in its grip.
Gotcha.
Okay, so
Quick rules question: is that a thing that gives you sneak attack if it's grappled? Does that qualify for sneak attack?
yeah, I won't give advantage, but I will say it's easy to hit, so you can do the sneak attack damage against it. So that is Wyatt's turn. Now the spider.
Yep, that spider. Yep, I remembered there was a spider.
It's right in front of you on a handy card.
Yeah, this very handy card, complete with wonderful illustrations. It's gonna keep trying to bite whatever's closest to it that's an enemy.
That's still up on the rock. It would be the tree man.
Sounds good. Does an 18 hit?
It does.
And 18 does 1d8 plus 3 damage. That's 9 damage.
And I
piercing.
can't save, right?
Hmm?
Does it do it? It does some
Yes.
poison too.
And the
right?
target needs to make a DC 11 Constitution save.
DC 11, Constitution save.
After.
I believe that's a fail.
So it takes 6 poison damage. Yep.
Cool.
Really good.
I dropped
All
a
right,
die.
that brings us to the wooden man's turn, who I skipped last time. The wooden man has the spider just like ripping chunks out of it from the side, but then all the pieces that have been missing start to patch back up again.
Uh-oh.
You said it has like a glowy thing. In
Yeah,
it,
it's
right?
got something like a purpley glow in its where a heart would be. So that is just happens automatically, and then it gets to take its turn.
Just to re-damage itself in a sense of fairness.
Yeah, that's right. It's done with cheating. It's gonna jump down between the two of you and take one club sandwich at each of you.
Boy.
And you're the
That's a
prey.
natural one for Bastille. Wouldn't have hit him anyway. And then a 15-22.
Yeah, that hits.
He does a weird amount of damage. 44 plus 4.
Tanika?
Yep. So that's 6, 9, 12, 13.
Still good, right?
No.
Oh,
46.
yeah.
Good points.
44 plus whatever.
4d4.
Yeah, 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
She's fine.
I think she's out. What it? Oh my god.
She hasn't been hit yet.
Does
But
anyone
now
get hit?
she's pissed.
Yeah, I did 10
Yeah.
damage earlier in the fight. But
Ananse Jan starts heading off towards where his tent has been made. Bastille.
Typical.
It's a good choice on his part, actually.
Yeah.
How damaged was the thing I was originally fighting looking?
The woodsy fellow?
Yeah.
The one that just hit me.
Was that the one I was originally fighting? I thought I was fighting one of the...
If we're gonna be maybe lovers,
If
I'm
you were
just saying
fighting,
to avenge
you
my
were
pain.
very involved with fighting the woodsy guy up on the rocks.
Oh, that was him.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
And so how damaged is he looking now?
Just saying.
It's a personal question, but I
He's
will-
just doing some math on his own body. Seeing how he feels.
he's actually not looking that great.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna change that to very, very not great. Do I still have
Yes.
help from... Yes. Perfect. Okay.
And the
so
bardic inspiration.
if I need it, I will roll it. Here we go. It's a series of very angry Warhammer attacks on this man.
Cool.
So that sucked. Okay. All right. Well, I do hit with an 18 for one of them, right? And the 18 was a hit, as we've established.
That's for me to decide, but yes.
Okay, great. So what's the max I can get on that thing right there? Nope, that is not worth using the inspiration on because I will not get enough.
you could use it on your
You
damage.
can add it to
I
your
could
damage.
add it to my damage, which I will do actually. Let's do that. All right. So that is 9 plus.
I find if you just pitch Jordan a number.
Oh yeah. So 17 points of damage.
All right, and with that, the creature who had just jumped down is slammed full speed against the rocks and slumps to the ground, kind of splinters in pieces, and then the purple light in its heart just goes out.
Metal is the
Excellent.
superior building material.
That brings us, unless you want to move.
I can save myself. Though.
Are there any combatants nearby that I can move?
You'd have to go around, like, to the, you can see them, you could go around to the left
Okay,
or the
well,
right.
I
The
will-
shambling mound that is being grappled,
Yeah.
or you want to go that one? Okay.
Yeah, I'll start moving that direction.
You got it, buddy.
Thanks.
Anything for you.
Good
Good DM. Jasper.
Oh, he's off now.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Who's close by? Oh, he's gonna come to where we are, to myself.
Okay.
With I don't know what I'm fighting, but
You just slammed into a shambling mound.
Oh yeah, the one that I'm
slammed
fighting.
into a.
Yeah, the one we are fighting.
Yes.
You and I.
Jasper's gonna get as close to us as he can.
Oh, what's his move?
She. Well, Jordan, let me tell you, the movement is. Oh shit.
So the cards are supposed to speed things up.
30
again.
feet.
30 feet?
30
okay,
feet.
yeah, good. Pardon me.
She. Drawn by Jordan.
Yeah,
Uh,
drawn by me. I drew that weasel.
Yeah. And
My
it's
life's
that.
work.
NPC Weasel.
Anyways, 30 feet. So run over and start helping, crawling up on
Who are
the
you giving to Theseus? Okay,
Theseus.
cool. That brings us to the mounds. That's what I'm calling them now, because that's what I wrote. So,
And they shamble.
Shambly in the mounds.
2 attacks
Band name.
against Theseus.
I tried.
They stumble forward. God
Mound.
damn it! They miss. And
Oh, I can cast shield too.
well, okay, these things are dumb. So what they're going to do is try and attack Wyatt.
Both of
I'm
them.
feeling he'll be okay.
No, the other one that he's grappling. So they're attacking twice, but at disadvantage. Oh, they rolled pretty good for disadvantage. That's 1 hit.
Wow. Good
I'm
job,
on one
man.
of them, right?
Yeah, well, you kind of like slid down. You said you slid down the back, so you're standing
Stay
by. Okay, then you did that.
on it.
Your
Hold on.
sword still.
All right,
like,
one
it's
impact
good.
actually hits Wyatt.
A joystick.
That's a battle music going now, and now I can't find anything. All right, here we go. Wyatt takes 16 points of damage.
In the immortal words of Nika's club, suck it.
Suck it, good sir. What did I just say? 15 points?
Dare say, suck it.
Pip pip. Cool. That's what the Shambly did.
Is that the one I'm on?
Yeah. It's being pinned and it's been turned around towards.
Oh,
or
I'm
no,
on-
you're on it. That's right. Yeah. So yeah, you're on top of it, and it's kind of like been grappled by the tiny Englishman.
So he's only the one I'm on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. To try and give you a hand.
That's good then.
So that brings us to the other mound already went. Pog.
So it's
It's moved 10 feet. Oh, you should have gotten an attack of opportunity with a melee weapon should you have chosen.
I missed.
Give it a punch.
Punch it.
Try and punch it as it walks away.
Yeah.
Punch it, punch it.
No,
1.
You take 1 point of damage.
it wasn't a natural one.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
No.
You should have punched that thing, you idiot. No, you don't take any damage.
Oh, I was about to click it.
It's fine. It's fine.
So it's 10 feet away.
Yep.
What else is near me?
On the other side of the flames is
The one that they're all wrestling
yeah,
with?
they're like hugging it in a violent way and like
And
riding it.
what's Nika doing?
Nika's on the other side of the rocks. She hasn't had a turn.
With that
since
one?
the-
So there's only 2 things left.
No, Nika's on the other side with the other stony, the
The
wooden
one
guy.
that Bastille just left.
Yeah, she just hasn't had a
Taken
turn
out.
since it dropped, so she hasn't moved around the rocks.
Okay, so we're all paired up. So there's 2 on this one, 2 on that one, and you're doing a thing with Jasper.
You still
Yeah.
have to fight, man. You can't just hide again.
I don't know what to. I'll run,
Shaw's
but you've
over.
already got assistance. Like you've already got aid.
Shock and grasp, man.
Yeah, sure. I'll run up. I don't want the dude to know I'm a magic user.
So just hide on the other side.
Well, you got that rapier, you said.
Yeah, I'm gonna go give him a. I'm gonna try and grapple it.
Okay. That's an athletics check
Yeah.
versus
I'm
versus its athletics
Or acrobatics.
or acrobatics. Yeah.
Whoa!
Yes! Yes!
Natural
grapple
20.
the fucker!
Wait,
It's a natural 20.
can you grapple something bigger than you?
Yeah.
One,
think
si-
one
one
size
size
bigger.
category.
One size category. Okay.
Grapple stuff bigger than
Yeah.
So Pog.
Having somehow the 2 scrawniest looking people have both pinned the shambling mounds.
So good.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy. You did it.
I'm kind of like on. Is it the way I say it's a weird grapple? Like I'm kind of like grabbed on bear hug from the front, so it can't see.
The
kinda,
thing is
like-
that your hands kind of sink into it, and
Yeah.
actually you kind of can get on the inside, and you're grabbing onto vines that are inside of it.
Let me tell you, on the successful grapple, the shock on my face right now. Everyone, like, I'm just like, guys,
I think all our faces.
someone draw this. We can't take pictures. That was
So that was a very dramatic round for Pog. Now we have Ricky.
Okay, so you're grappling the other one.
a joke.
Yeah.
Why
And
wouldn't
then-
I?
You got a flame sword, the one you're like.
You guys
Yeah.
doing that. Okay, so I'm gonna just take
Next
the
time
sword
you get a feat, you're taking the
Yeah.
grappler.
Sure. The fire did get put out. Like it didn't. Yeah. Okay.
I understand.
Cool. So you just get a natural 20. So
Perfect.
I don't know,
Yeah.
have we
Why
done that
just
joke
one?
3 times yet? Yeah. If I've done it 4 times, then that's bad.
18 plus 7.
That's 25.
And then I'm gonna get my sneaky deaky. Whoa! 3 6s and a 1 plus 4. I don't have to do math.
That's
Someone help me.
23.
23 damage!
What?
And I'm not even dead yet! It's not in my final form! Is it dead?
No.
Okay, I pull out my dagger. As an offhand.
Oh, it's gonna be dead now. That's a 1d4 damage.
20! No, 20! Alright.
Man, these loaded dice are paying off. for
Yeah,
us.
really. Yeah, I should have sat
So
way
bad.
closer to you guys from an earlier time. You guys are
So-
cheating.
Do I get sneak attack with that? as
No,
well?
absolutely not.
Okay.
But you do get to roll 2 d4 as opposed to a single d4.
It's a D4 for a dagger. Because that's what it is.
What have you been rolling?
Oh, 1.
You've fallen
Oh,
out of my
that's a
favor.
6. That's not,
Ricky.
Oh, jeez. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
This is your offhand attack, right? Your bonus
Yeah.
offhand attack. You don't add your bonus,
Oh.
your dexterity bonus.
Okay,
so whatever the dice
so-
say.
4, 5, 6.
It feels it though. Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, what a hit. The dagger, you actually stab into it and you pull across the middle, and it seems to like sever things inside of the inside of it. So good show on that.
You need to be pruned.
That would have been a great line.
he says it for real.
Oh, okay, cool. Then it happens. Nika, did you want to? Sorry, Ricky, did you want to move around?
No, I'm good. I'm good up here.
Can I, with my movement, get to the one that Ricky just,
You can. Yeah, you can get to either one.
All right, then I'm gonna go to that one. I'm gonna make club attack.
It's still being grappled by, but it doesn't really do anything. I mean, it does some things, but it's.
All right, let's go.
What we got?
That's terrible. 16.
That hits.
Nice.
All right, so suck it. Obviously, is going to ring out.
Are you telling me to suck it, or is?
How much? See how much it's.
Let's
That's
how
not what it
much-
sounds like, though. That's not what it sounds like.
Okay, give me a second.
Okay, yeah, I know you need to warm up to it.
So that's 10 points of damage
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
as I.
Yep, the club comes down.
Just right across the middle, and it's just like, suck it!
Yeah,
And
there we
it
go.
echoes out through
That's-
the plane. Yeah.
That's gonna be, yeah, birds fly away in distant trees. Yeah. That's gonna be a t-shirt someday. You heard it here first. Just suck it. I'm sure that's already on a t-shirt. That's probably already on a
But with
t-shirt.
birds flying out of woods.
Yeah, and a bat with a mouth. Yeah. So, good job. That's your action. Any bonus
Yeah.
action stuff?
No, I'm not gonna heal myself. No one else needs healing,
No,
right?
We're good.
I mean, that's no,
We're
not
on
really.
this.
Okay. Then no. I'm gonna stand there and gloat.
Yeah.
Cool. Next up is Theseus.
Yeah. Alright.
Don't worry, I got this.
So I'm in hand with it. So I'm gonna start by Booming Blade. I have help from Jasper. Great, so that's an 18.
That hits.
So I do 1d10 plus 1d10 plus 3 piercing and 1d8 thunder. So that's 5 piercing and 8 thunder damage, and if it moves voluntarily on its turn, it'll take 2d8 thunder damage.
Okay. So,
And-
can you give me the totals? I mean, I guess it's not. I guess yeah, I know
Sure.
why you're splitting things up, but it's 13 total.
13, yeah. And then I'm going to move back, call it 10 feet.
Okay.
Does it get an opportunity attack? Even though it's being grappled?
It does at disadvantage. It did pretty well for disadvantage. 23.
Oh, wow.
Yo.
I'll use my reaction to throw up shield. If I do that, does that means I can't cast another leveled spell this turn if I do that.
Yeah, you can only cast a cantrip.
Yeah, I already did. Well, I just did a cantrip. So I can do a cantrip and one leveled spell, but I can't.
Yeah.
No, I'll soak the damage.
It's taking a hit.
Oh my god.
For the team, literally.
I'm getting a special extra dice for this one.
Oh,
No, I
It's just
died.
it's just an extra 2d8.
Yeah.
Oh, I rolled 2 1s, so that's what I get for laughing. So you take 6 points of damage.
Whoa.
Take that,
Suck
you
it.
slab of-
And then
You should enchant everyone's weapons to say something different.
You can't.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I would, except that A, it's my thing, and B, the DM wouldn't give me the jade dust that I needed.
It's you can't just have everything you need unless you're Kimmy. All right.
no,
so
I'm not.
Can you
I'm
ask
not
for
done
jade dust
because.
for me?
So I've backed up 10. I'm going to then drop my other 2 sorcery points into Quicken Spell, which lets me cast
Cast
a
it
spell
as a bonus
as
action,
a
yeah.
bonus action. That thing that you said slightly faster than me. And my bonus action is going to be a 2nd level Chromatic Orb doing thunder damage.
Cool.
Whack.
One trick pony over here.
Ah, shit. An 11 does not hit, correct?
An 11 doesn't hit. No, and the
No.
chromatic orb flies off into the night. It's never coming back.
Boom,
Oh,
boom,
there we go.
boom, boom.
So top of the round. Oh, unless you want to move around or anything anymore.
Hey.
No, I'm good. I'm far enough away that if it wants to hit me, it has to move. So that was all I
It
wanted.
can't move.
It can't move because a wizard has it pinned.
Wizzy whiz wizard.
I got this.
Wizard!
Slytherin.
Anyway, that's fine. I needed to do that for my own sake.
Yeah, so it is now Wyatt's turn. He is actually ripping it apart a bit from the inside.
Whoa.
Maybe Wyatt will think I'm what he is. If I just do
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. It's amazing.
I too am
I'm
whatever you are.
It's cool how both of us do that thing that we do because of what we are.
Might work. Persuasion roll and get it high enough, you know.
Deception. It's definitely deception.
So
roll.
he does 16 points of damage, and then he does another 16 points of damage. So a total of 32 points of damage.
Whoa. It's almost as good as Ricky.
And you can kind of, you can't see what he's doing, but similar thing to what happened to Upog. His hands have sunk inside, and he just seems to be like, just breaking bits and pieces.
Yeah. Us,
It's
insert
still
class
not
here,
down
do that.
though. I feel like we've done a lot of damage to it.
These things are big and not weak. Although the one that's being broken apart from the inside doesn't look so hot.
Plus, I probably hurt its feelings.
Big size.
Yeah.
It might look hot if you're like another shambling man. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, I see. I don't get the joke, but we're gonna move on. So, now, that guy's dead. I can scratch him out. Spider's turn. Spider's turn.
That's a good joke.
Spider's turn.
Nope,
Spider.
that's all you can do about it.
Spider will
I
bite.
accidentally bumped this wire. Did anything go wrong?
It
Okay.
explodes.
Spider will bite whatever the nearest enemy is.
It will have to jump down and move towards one.
Sure will.
Okay. Well, which grappled shambling mound do you want to attack?
The one that's closer to being dead. Close to be the one that's in worse shape.
Spider doesn't have a real interpretation of that.
And neither one is closer to it.
I would say the one that is near.
Great, going for that one.
Yep.
Spider ain't real smart. Spider wants to bite things. Spider's not biting things. That's a 14.
That is a miss. All right. Nance grabs a bottle of wine and gets into the bed in his private tent. Bastille.
Fantastic.
I'm just trying to roleplay how he would.
So, if I understand things correctly, which I maybe do not, there are two shambling mounds, both of which are covered with my allies.
Yes.
Right. This does not seem fair. I would like to hit one of these, but I cannot do so safely. So I will
Hit
wait.
me in the butt.
Can I? Is there like a space where I can hit one of these things?
Well, there's at most 3 of them standing around,
Right.
and there are 8 squares of.
Okay. So let's abstract this, and I'll go to one of the free zones.
Okay.
In that case, I will hit.
Do you want to go over to where Theseus is? Theseus has Hog, all the strength in the universe, grappling it.
Right.
Theseus, of course. And is anyone else over there?
Jasper.
No, we're over.
Yeah, that fight is stacked. So the other shambling mound has Nika and Ricky, and then is being grappled by
Spider.
Wyatt.
Right.
Oh, and the spider's over there now too. Yeah.
Jeez, are they're equidistant? I don't suppose one is slightly closer than the other to help me make this choice.
I would say
Roll the
that.
dice, my friend, for the coin.
What?
I would say that the one
This is the
that Theseus, I'd say the one that Theseus has been fighting is closer.
All right, I'll move there first.
In my
Abstract
mind's
this
eye.
thing.
Tall, armor-coated friends.
Yeah, we'll hit it and move on.
Armor amigos.
All right, so I assume an 11 is not a hit, but I also assume that a 24 is.
Yep.
So I will also expend a first level spell slot to Divine Smite this thing because fighting is
It's so good.
so good. 14, 16 plus another 6, 22 points of damage.
I'll allow it.
Thank you.
Everybody does so much more damage than Nika does.
I did 1 point.
Fair. Fair.
But you're holding him really
But I am holding him
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah.
Like a bear hug.
Embrace.
Right?
Right. Okay, so that brings us to Jasper. Yeah. Weasel Biz. What's he doing?
Weasel stuff.
Yeah, I know, but like, who is he weaseling?
Just weasel
The
stuff.
one that I'm on. Like he's crawling around his legs now.
Oh, okay.
Chomping
yeah.
at his
But who are you
ankles.
giving help to? Theseus again?
Theseus. Yeah.
Okay.
Much appreciated.
Done. Now we have the Shambling Mounds, which are both in the clutches of two nerds. So what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen is they are both. The Shambling Man's gonna try and attack you twice.
Bring it.
I'm not trying to escape the grapple.
The day Pog died,
Oh, boy.
Oh, but I went
Alright.
out how I wanted.
I started like prepping my spell. My
Does
head-
a 19 hit you?
It does, but I'm gonna cast shield.
Okay.
So there goes that ruse. Now I can just use spells like.
Wait. Does the shield require your hands moving around?
Shield. That's a very good question.
Does it have somatic?
It's first level.
It's somatic, yeah.
Yeah, so you can't.
I can drop the grapple.
You can.
Could he like shake a leg though?
No, he needs to do fucking wizard finger shit. I don't know if you can do. You would have to be your
It's up to
reaction
you.
to drop it. I don't
Okay.
think so.
Remember Cool DM before? Now he's a bit of a dick.
Now I'm rule DM
Damn.
Yeah, when it comes to pod.
because I'm following
Okay,
the
let's
rules.
go. Yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah. There's only one person at this table who gets special treatment.
I mean, do you want dynamite? You can just have dynamite. Write it down on your sheet. 10,000 sticks of dynamite.
And a machine gun.
Yeah, and a machine gun. You're traveling in other dimensions. You have a Tommy gun with unlimited bullets.
Okay,
Uh,
what's he do? So he
well,
hits
I'm gonna
on the
roll for
first.
the second one because
Okay.
there's some other stuff that happens as well.
I want to see how far your pieces go flying once he finishes punching.
This might not.
All right, the other one doesn't hit, unfortunately.
I have these,
I got you covered.
so I'm that.
Oh,
plus
okay,
that.
okay.
Fine.
You're good, you're good.
You take 9
I'm
points of
pretty tough for a
damage.
little
Yeah.
How much?
Pretty good.
9 points of damage.
You're a giant fuzzy man.
Okay.
I mean,
Now what else?
the dr-
The other one is gonna try and
just
break
being a hobgoblin.
the grapple from Wyatt.
Yeah, that's why. Because my constitution's
Constipation.
constipation. Sorry. Yeah, for a scrawny little.
They both roll real bad, but Wyatt still manages to hold the grapple. So, that's that turn.
Your push-ups the other night.
Actually, you can use an attack to. No. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's its turn. So, that brings us to Pog.
Okay. So it attacked me.
Yeah, and actually, part of the attack, it was swinging at you, but part of it was also it contracting down on your hands, like from inside.
Okay.
You could actually feel some, like, vines and stuff, what do you call it?
So while I'm
Needles.
grappling it, can I shocking grasp since I'm grappled on?
Does Stalking Grass have somatic?
It's verbal and somatic.
Okay, you need to be able to move your hands. I guess you could let go.
I don't know. That's
You-
fine. I'll do a different thing. I'm going
I don't
to.
know.
His hands
it's fine.
inside.
Yeah, you know what?
Depends on what the
Thematically, it
soma-
makes more sense. It makes sense that you'd be able to, like, because you need to touch the target anyway.
Yeah,
so
it's up to
you
you.
just temporarily lift up your hand, do the wizard fingers, and grab on, and you can do it.
Okay. So I am going
You-
to
wizard
shock.
fingers?
Nothing,
I'm
everything's
going
fine.
to shocking grasp while I'm grappling.
Yeah.
Grappling it. Oh, that's not good. Hold on. No, that's not good. 10.
No, unfortunately,
Fair enough.
maybe you're hesitating. You don't want to let
Yeah.
go of the grapple since
Yeah.
it's never happened before and
I'm
probably
really
will never
shocked.
happen again. But yeah, so no shocking grasp. Any
The only
bonus
one
action?
shocked is me. No bonus action. I'm gonna keep grappled to it.
Ricky.
Stabby stab time.
Use your machine gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dynamite. I'm gonna fill it with dynamite.
Shoot the
And then
dynamite.
put
That's such a
oil
great
on
idea,
that,
Kimmy. I don't even know how I didn't
and
think of
then
that
light it
first.
on fire. Oh.
32.
Wait, that is not a 20.
Oh!
That's
She
a
rolled a
12.
d12.
What
Whatever.
What a tip
She hits.
Oh, that's
That's
better.
much better. 16 plus 7. 21? Is that
Yeah, that
right?
hits. It hits. It hits.
No.
23.
23. Holy jeez.
It's alright, I got you covered with the math.
They should teach.
Don't shame my fellow leather jacket club
I
member.
draw pictures, I don't touch numbers, okay? Okay, so.
Numbers are
Bad
hard, man.
Ricky.
No,
Numbers
it's
are the
cheating.
worst.
I'll do numbers for you. Nika's dumb, but she knows numbers.
Thanks, Nika.
Do it. 3 7s.
On my d6s.
Amazing.
4, 6, 10.
You invented a new number. What?
I mean, I can't see them, and I trust her implicitly. So,
14 damage!
Vertern damage.
14 damage! Plus my offhand if I need to.
You're so confident in your ability
No,
to just
it
drop
must
this
be
guy.
Dying soon.
Dying to meet you. 10.
So you're doing numbers now too.
Yeah.
Who's the fool
Nope.
now?
Definitely, it seems as though the mound is sort of shrinking with every attack,
Ooh.
and whatever Wyatt is doing to it is definitely like having bits of it side like cave in a little bit because the structure that's holding it together is gone.
Nice.
So you're making your second attack?
Yeah, and I did not hit.
Cool. Vampire shows up apparently. That's Ricky's turn. Nika.
I guess I'm gonna hit it with my club. Okay, first I'm gonna actually yell, Pog, you good?
I'm Gucci. He doesn't say that. That's not Pog.
No, that's Hobgoblin for good.
I'm like, I'm okay.
I'm good, G.
And
Oh,
I
G.
can, like, you're not super injured, like, I'm not, like, seeing
No.
blood
In fact,
gushing out of you?
no.
Okay.
And you see my little what do I call it? The Quidditch ball going around me still.
Okay,
My snitch. The golden snitch is still flying around.
cool. Then I'm just gonna attempt to whack the shambling mound again with my club.
Okay.
Yelling, why won't you go down, you motherfucker? 17.
That hits.
I also can't do 100 points of damage in one turn.
And
Neither can I.
11 points of damage as everyone hears, suck it! And actually, I also yell suck it this time as
What's your
well.
constitution?
There's
Ricky
a,
goes,
there's a
Yeah.
there's like a chorus of suck it happening over here.
You need to have an app where you've recorded your own voice saying it once, and then you say it as you play the thing on the app.
Just harmonizing
It's
suck
fine.
it.
We'll figure it out later.
Soon
I'm
we'll
sure it's
all
fine.
be
It's
yelling
calculated
suck
like
it.
this,
Sounds like a threat.
Oh, maybe being a jerk.
Oh, you'll all be yelling suck it someday. Alright, yeah, no. That blow, that suck it, I should say,
That's better.
definitely seems to weaken it considerably, and it staggers in Pog's hands. It's not gone.
I'm not at Pogs. I'm at.
She's not mine.
It staggers in Wyatt's hands.
There you go.
That's right, yes. Yes. DMing's hard. Okay, so next up is Theseus.
Sure.
You're the last to go after Nika.
Yeah. I'm slightly away from this one, so yeah, I will run back up and booming blade it again. Oh, come on! I cannot roll. That's a miss. That's a 9.
Yeah, that's a miss.
And I will.
You're slamming your head into it. Obviously, you're not
Yeah.
missing the, but
Yeah,
it's
but I'm
just
like
the
glancing.
the kind of piercing of the horns just keeps getting stuck in the crevices of
The brambles.
the brambly crevices of the shambling mound.
The
Cool.
broccoli
Well,
crevasses.
I will move back again because it's grappled, so I
Okay.
don't need to stay in punching range.
All right, Wyatt
Pretty sure it's not wrong.
makes a couple more of his incredibly powerful attacks against the mound. It's
What's the average?
21 on that first attack and 18 on the second one. So, with unnatural strength, Wyatt grabs onto 2 of the thicker vines that are inside of this creature and just kind of rips it to shreds, and it
Whoa.
collapses.
Yeah. I surf pose.
Yeah.
As it falls.
Dead
Suck
upon,
it.
Oh, it's bad.
dead upon the ground. And he says, "I'm better at this than I thought."
Ricky goes, yes! And then it goes for a high five with the guy.
And then you take
Ricky goes flying. My arm breaks.
you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage from the high five. Yes.
Oh my god! What is your problem, man?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know my own strength.
You suck.
Isn't it just like the
I
best high
offer
five you
the
ever get?
bat. You can tell him that.
Spider-Man or spider, regular spider.
We'll go and eat the other thing.
Okay.
18.
18 hits. So you need a con save for me.
Yes, 11.
Fails.
Fails, so then.
Wow.
Flails.
Indeed, so we're doing. It doesn't matter what's piercing and what's poison?
No.
3d8 plus 3. Wow! 6 damage.
You rolled 3 ones, huh?
I sure did. Guys, someone other than me needs to roll dice tonight. I shouldn't roll dice.
3 of a kind. That's real good.
In other games, games that aren't the game that we're playing.
So that brings us to Nance, who has just gone somewhere. Bastille.
This thing is still moving, so I'm still hitting.
Cool.
That's the way this works. Why won't you fall?
Timber.
Timber. Is a 16 a hit?
It is.
Alright, then that's 2 hits. That's 5 plus 9 plus 9, 12. It's 21 points of damage.
Hot diggity.
Please stop moving.
21, you said?
Yes. You're still moving. Please stop.
No, level 5. That just looks like a 6.
He looks like he's considering.
It's like
Nope.
10.
Still standing.
It like came up and connected, but it's very square. If it was a 6.
I'm sorry that you tire of this. Jasper?
Continuing to help me.
Chipping away at the ankles.
Okay. Ankle chip. That brings us to the mounds. It's going to make another couple of attacks on you.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you're still grappling, right?
Yeah, so I was busy doing other stuff.
Oh, that one's going to hit.
Uh,
An 18 and a 19 before their bonuses. So those both hit, right? Oh, well, I guess you want the full number. 18 plus...
I can't do anything anyways.
Oh, okay.
You're
It's 25 is the attack.
like some nasty fighter.
And an 18?
You're not Ricky. What? Sorry?
An 18 hits you as well?
Yes.
Golden Void.
Unlike others, my armor class is 12. So...
Mine's not that much
Yes.
better than yours.
It's precious, isn't it?
Mine is 13.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
So
right?
like team
Boom.
squishy.
Yeah.
Precious.
Got like paint a target on her or something.
Right?
Alright, so your damage first. 12 plus another 8, so that's 20 points of damage.
Oh my.
And with this, it kind of just grabs onto you and pushes you inside of itself, freeing itself from the grapple, and now you are trapped inside.
Am
Whoa.
I grappled?
You are blinded, restrained, and unable to breathe.
Restrained.
Restrained is your move.
I've got it.
Your speed becomes 0. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. Your attack rolls have disadvantage. You're completely hidden from everyone, so they can't hit you anyway. You have a disadvantage on dexterity saving throws, and you can breathe for a number of minutes equal to 1
I'm good.
plus your
Gotcha.
Constitution modifier.
Gotcha.
What's your Constitution modifier?
Plus 3.
Wow.
So that's 4 minutes.
Wait, suffocating.
Good
So
to get your
restrained
breath,
is restrained. I'm going to put on these conditions. I'm restrained. What else am I?
Sorry, it says you are unable to breathe, so you can't hold your breath. So you are able to survive a number of rounds equal to your Constitution modifier.
Okay.
So 3 rounds,
That's
starting.
Not 40
now.
rounds.
So I'm restrained
You are restrained. You continue to be.
and blinded.
Yes.
And suffocating.
And you're suffocating.
That's not on this.
Suffer and suffocate. Well, that's a special bonus thing from being completely engulfed.
Special bonus.
Okay, got it. I got it. You
Oh.
let me know.
You'll be fine. Probably if it's dead, it can't suffocate you with itself.
Also, like, if it sucked you in, maybe we can pull you out.
Yeah.
Hog,
Yes.
it's your turn now.
All right. So unhappy with the turn of events,
Why?
and notwithstanding my calm, gentle demeanor, and notwithstanding me telling Nika earlier that I was Gucci, I'm going to Misty Step my ass out of that.
Whoa.
Does that have somatic components?
It has verbal,
Just verbal.
just verbal.
Uh,
Probably like it's designed for exactly such an occasion.
A wizard invented it when he got stuck in something.
In a shambling mound.
Teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied
My
space.
only, and I hate being this way, but my only thing is it says you're unable to breathe. So I'm gonna make you
Uses
do.
one breath.
Yeah, couldn't I use my breath to get out?
His last dying breath to cast the spell.
You can talk and not breathe. I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, let's all do it right now.
For a while.
You,
You know
Misty
what?
step outside
Nope.
of the.
You know what? I'm going to give you another way to say I can't do it.
Okay.
Because I hate.
You're gonna do something wilder, and then I'll be like, okay, just.
No,
do the
because
Misty
I'm
step.
reading the spell and it says to an unoccupied space that I can see, and you told me I was blinded.
Oh.
So there you go.
Cool. What else would you like to do?
Now I'm out of tricks.
But it is great if a wizard ever gets.
You could
But
move
yeah.
to a little
Let's try it
spot
out.
just in front of you, still inside the shambling mound. I feel like that doesn't
You
help.
can
Just keep
hold your
casting it
action
every-
for maybe when we get you out.
So I can't cast anything. So I should be able to talk. I still would make the argument that I can talk. I just can't breathe, and it may affect how long I have air in my lungs.
Sure. I don't keep track of that.
Somatic, I'm restrained. Now it doesn't say I can't move.
It says your movement is reduced to 0, but you are completely. What is happening now is it's constricting down around you. So you were holding onto it like this. You got absorbed up inside like this. I would say that the somatic doesn't work.
Okay, everyone. You know how I usually sit around and do nothing?
So hold your action until you're free.
Yeah.
Now
We'll get
I'm
you out, dude.
actually sitting around and doing nothing.
All of us are. This is the last thing left, so we're all on the.
I'm gonna. Wow. Well played.
Well played, Shambler.
Check weight, Shambler, no.
Yeah. Huh.
You're fine. It'll be fine. Everything's fine.
Okay. I'm gonna try and go into a bit of a meditative state to prolong, to just sort of
Okay.
try and
You
chill.
do meditate
Sure.
a lot.
So I'm not holding an
meditation
action or anything. I'm
Make a
trying to
constitution
consciously chill.
Make a constitution roll. Just a straight constitution roll. No save.
No saving throw, just a constitution roll.
Yeah.
5.
Okay.
All right, that's my turn.
That is Pog, or Ricky. The one in front of you has been dispatched, but you witness Pog, who was hugging one, just get absorbed into it.
Sucked into it.
Plug!
I'm gonna try and jump to the other one that's sucked in Pog.
Okay.
Maybe they got the idea when they heard "suck it" a bunch of times.
Yeah. Maybe I should.
Maybe I will.
That's good advice, Bat.
Ow! But thank you.
They can talk to other tree things.
Yeah.
Is your club made out of wood, or is it just?
Oh.
I think I drew it made out of wood.
You drew it made out of wood, but I never decided. I think it's stone. It's more orcish in,
Like
you
Fred
know.
Flintstone style.
Yeah.
And I like a sculpted mouth showing up. You
Yeah.
know, like a sculpture.
Do I roll to jump on it?
What are you trying to do? You're running over to attack it?
I'm on the other pile.
Yeah, well, it's down on the ground. It's dead. It's been
How
ripped in
low
half.
is it, though?
Huh?
How low is it?
You're on the ground now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lame.
And you'd have to jump over a fire, which is pretty cool, but
I can do running jump. I got rogue stuff. I can climb fast. I'll do that. Okay, I'll run up, scurry over, climb up
onto it. Okay, sure. It's easy enough.
And then stabby stabs. 19
Oh.
plus 7.
It hits.
It's turning your finishing move.
Yeah, that is
Do you get
with
sneak
the
attack?
death toll.
Pog is inside of it, so does she get?
And there's another ally.
Yeah, yeah.
Theseus. No, you're not within
I
5
backed
feet.
up.
Yeah. You're not 5 feet either.
I was hitting it.
You were hitting it, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a 5-foot person. Person within 5 feet.
Yeah.
Also, Pog is literally inside of it.
Yeah,
Doesn't count.
I'm gonna try.
but I don't know if that counts.
I'm trying
I'd let it count. I'm just saying.
I guess it is within 5 feet of it.
within.
I think that's rules as written, not rules as intended.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12 damage. But I'm gonna try to angle it towards its head more so I don't stab Pog while he's inside of it.
So this thing is actually large. It's 4 squares over the 1 square you would normally take up on a battle map. So he's
Lots of
very safely inside of this killer cocoon. Sorry, you did 14 damage, you said?
Is it 12 or 14?
12, I think.
Alright,
12.
Alright, 12.
12,000.
12,000, good. And I got a
These things have a
dagger.
lot of HP.
Dagger at 16 plus 7, does that hit?
Yeah. Don't need to be smug about it. They do have a lot. They're just dense swamp
Is it
plant.
1d4
I
or
could then
2d4?
describe them as mounds of swamp.
Yeah.
Is it 2d4?
It's 1d4 with a dagger. You crit last time, so.
Oh, okay. Right.
And it's just 3, okay? Despite that 3 damage, it still stands.
Pog, we'll get you out of there!
Nika.
Okay.
Make an
First
air hole
question.
for you.
Can I see any bit of Pog through the mound?
No. Do you remember the big, leafy trash monster from the Fraggles?
Right. Okay.
It's like that.
So there's not like even just a little tiny,
No.
tiny
No.
bit that I could use a
He-
spell that
he-
requires. That's what I'm about to do, but I was hoping
Yeah.
that.
He's completely consumed by it.
Okay. I'm sticking my arm in the shambling mound.
Yeah.
All right. I would like a strength check from you, please.
Just regular strength.
Well, I'm making an unarmed attack, so you can add your proficiency bonus in.
Okay.
So like you would be attacking with a weapon, but you're just attacking with your
Right.
hand.
I'm not really trying to attack it.
No, I know, but you got to be able to punch through its
Oh, I
defenses,
gotcha.
right?
Oh, Nika
Okay.
can punch through it. Come on, Nika.
That's 18 plus 3, so 6. Yeah.
So you
24.
reach in and you grab onto a arm that is
Yeah.
clearly not.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the chances that he's gonna take? That was my action, though, right?
Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately.
Okay. Well, I got him. I got
Do
him.
you have a bonus?
My bonus action.
Shit.
It requires me to see him,
Right.
Yeah, unfortunately.
so I can't pull. Like, I was hoping I would get an action. I didn't realize that
Yeah.
like going into the thing was
You
my
can do
action.
it next turn.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not an easy thing to do, so I can't just give it to you.
You did punch
Um,
it through it really good. Really solid punch.
Can I do some damage to it at least while I punch through it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do 1 plus your strength to it as you
So
punch
that's
through.
4.
Okay. As much as I wish that was enough to be the one that knocked it out, that you just punch it and it just falls apart. It's still a little bit alive.
Let's see what we can do about that.
Well, I got him, guys. I don't-
As long as it doesn't got you.
well, we don't know about that.
Theseus.
Yeah.
This just sucks you.
Gonna snarl at it and charge it. And yes, okay. That actually
Cure
hits.
you?
It's
At least, like,
whatever,
with a hand on you,
20
or
something.
pull you out.
I was really proud of my Misty Step right here.
Yeah,
I was
good.
like, I'll just Misty Step right.
11, 15.
15?
Yep, in a
You
mix of
only
thunder
get what
and
you
piercing.
want.
In a mix of
You're
thunder
a
and
giant
piercing.
flamingo in a leather jacket.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then I will move again. No, it's got people next to it. If it
So
moves, it takes more damage.
you did that just from stabbing into it?
It was booming blade, so
Okay.
I stabbed it, and then there was like a.
So Theseus charges forward and slams his horns into the side of this thing, and then it starts to vibrate with a thunderous magic and explodes in all directions.
Whoa.
That was the final blow. Pog,
Uh-oh.
you are
Was Pog in
freed.
there?
Okay.
Did he get stabbed?
Yeah, no, he's
right.
eviscerated too. You can't tell what was Shambling
You're
Man and
real
what was
hurt,
Pog.
right? You're real hurt.
I'm not. I'm.
He's lesser
I'm
than
hurt.
I am.
I'm hurt, but I'm okay.
Are we out of combat now? That was
Yeah,
the
I'm
last
trying to
thing,
get
right?
some appropriate.
I would like to immediately, because my hand is still
Yeah.
there, cast Cure Wounds.
I would love that.
How many hit points down?
I will
I'm
do
down
it. What are you
16,
actually
but if we're
down?
about to go to
I'm down 50.
Okay,
that's true.
I will
But I may as well
do
whale
it at second
Take
level
16.
Oh, okay.
and give you 2d8s worth.
Wyatt's looking around and he's rubbing his hands together. He's like, "Well, that was bracing.
That's not great.
I hope we
7.
get.
I'll take it. Thank you.
I hope we get to do that more often."
I have a question for you.
Indeed.
Normally, small, no offense, but small old people don't usually hit as hard as you do, I've noticed.
That's right, they don't.
Why can you do that?
I'm just lucky, I suppose. And now I've shown that I can be a bit of a use.
I still don't like you.
That's fine. You'll grow to enjoy my company, I think.
He sure does a hell of a high five.
No,
Yes, I'm sorry about that. I was just in the middle of it, you know.
In
no,
response,
no.
Anyone else want a high five?
I will have one.
hitting my
Alright.
club, but like quietly in my hand. It's just like suck it, suck it, suck it.
Does a 25 hit you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you take.
So good.
You take
What just happened?
9 points of bludgeoning
Nice.
damage from the high five.
Damn it!
So basically, like this is like.
Yeah. Oh.
Now, Wyatt.
Maybe you should just slap my hand next time, eh?
Wyatt, it seems
Are
to
you
me
okay?
that,
I'm
and I mean, I
pretty
haven't
shooken
met
up.
very many
Yeah, that was-
humans, but it seems implausible to me that you are in fact one.
Well, as far as you're concerned, Theseus, I am.
No, I think what we just established is that as far as I'm concerned, you're not.
No, but from here on out, I think that you should just assume that I am a human.
I think you.
But you see, there's
should
an
tell us what
overwhelming
to
amount
do.
of evidence to the
All right.
contrary.
You can call me anything you want, but I am a human. Or mortal, anyway, just like you.
Do you need help there, Bastille?
No, it will eventually repair itself. It's fine.
I wish I could help, but I'd be afraid that I just rip it all off.
Yes, please do not. That takes much longer to repair.
Ricky's using his finger feathers and dusting branches off a Pog.
Yeah.
Like a duster.
Yeah, I'm pretty round.
Yeah, up until it got destroyed, all it was doing was just slowly strangling you.
Yeah, so I think I'm just pretty, as per usual, pretty
Lucy
quiet,
runs over to
pretty
you and is like,
around.
it was so hard for me to just stay out of the fight when I saw you get stuck in that thing.
And I'm just gonna walk away from her.
I'm gonna
I'm pretty
Um,
shook. I'm pretty shook
I
up.
think he just needs a bit of
Nika, what-
space.
What's wrong with Pog? I mean, I know what's wrong with Pog, but normally he can't leave my side.
He just needs a little time. Why don't you go ask Bastille to show you his broken hand? It's pretty cool.
Look at this.
Okay.
My fingers can touch my wrist. Ah!
She goes over and kind of just stands and watches you flop your hand around.
You could
Ow.
help him, like, wrap it or something.
Okay. Do you want my help?
I use message to say to Bastille, let her help you with your hand.
Yes, I definitely want your help.
Make a persuasion roll.
Sure.
Deception.
Well, I mean, are you trying to act like you care, or are you trying to? Are you lying? You don't want her help.
No, I'd say like I do want her help. I want to make her feel wanted.
Okay, so
I'm
make a
going
persuasion
to-
roll.
Yeah. I got an 11.
All right.
Anybody got
She
like
buys
a,
it.
Cool.
a spyglass or something?
She comes
Oh,
over
yeah, I have
and
one of
starts
Can I use it?
Yeah.
pulling it just like
Or
some
you're looking at
bandage
the
that
thing,
she has in
you're
her
looking
little
at the phone.
sack and starts
I think
wrapping
it's
it around.
watching you.
Aha, I'm
Is this
fully
helping?
relaxed.
Or
Yes.
you.
I'd
I'll
say
do
so.
it tighter, and she like
Yeah,
tightens
right.
it up.
Excellent.
Like teeny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and walk over to Pog. Pog, I want to say that I was impressed by the amount of courage you displayed today. It is more than I had expected of you, and I am glad to have you as my companion, knowing that you have this sort of courage in you.
Thank you, Theseus. Yeah. Let's hope we don't have to go through that again.
And pull out a flask
Yes.
and put it right
Let
in
us
front of
hope you
Pog's
avoid
face.
that very particular thing again,
I'm
and
gonna-
find only different dangers.
I'm gonna take the flask and take a swig. And pass it back. And Jasper at the same time is sort of doing like cat rubs against your leg.
Oh.
I borrowed Theseus' spyglass, and I'm gonna scurry back up that tree. I'm gonna see if that thing's still out there.
Okay, give me a perception check with advantage.
Did you see Azel trapped in a pit? Like,
Yeah.
I can't get
Oh,
out
yeah,
the whole time.
Azel.
I'm trapped.
He's sleeping.
Azel?
Yeah.
I haven't seen Azel. He sort of as
turned
Wyatt
into
showed
a-
up, he kind of.
Yeah, he left. He doesn't like that guy either.
22 perception.
22? There is no evidence of it anymore, and you can confirm you're looking at exactly the right spot. It's not there.
Would I have reason to believe that that was the thing? The tree thing? Did it look that same sort of shape? Going with the shield?
Give
Do you
me
still feel like you're being watched?
an if you want to come back and take a look at the remains of these things, I'll let you do an investigation check.
Yes, I do would like to.
Wyatt says, I can provide a bit. I mean, I sort of promised myself I wouldn't use any abilities, but I could maybe provide a little more defenses for the evening while we sleep.
I don't think anyone would turn that down.
Why?
What sort of defenses?
Well, I mean, we all need to crowd in a bit.
I see.
Just, like, make sure that all the tents are no further apart than, say, 20 feet.
Right. Well, as long as they don't have to move Ananse's tent, I think he's asleep.
I'll leave. I feel like he can defend himself. Or not. I don't know. he was just trying to make me eat everything. But it's fine. He's fine. But if you all can set your tents up within 20 feet of each other and make sure that you don't leave any limbs sticking outside of them, I think I can make an excellent defense for the evening.
What are you gonna do?
Magical defenses. He is asking us to put ourselves inside of magical defenses, which is a reasonable suggestion.
What did you get on your investigation?
8.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell. The thing, you know well enough that like it was very big even from a distance, so you're 99% sure it's not the same thing. You just can't confirm. But to be able to see it at the size, the scale that you saw it at, it would probably have to be double the size of the Shambling Mound.
How big is the Shambling Mound?
4 players.
Whoa.
They're like 8 or 9 feet tall.
Oh, shit.
It's only slightly larger than us.
Ricky looks pretty freaked out right now.
I mean, let me check. I suppose I could show you what it looks like first.
Yes,
That's
demonstration.
All right.
No, I want to see it. Hold on.
He starts walking away, and then he walks a little further away, and he walks just a little further away, and then suddenly, like, Carmina Burana starts playing basically as a circular wall of flames shoots up all around him. And he's yelling from inside, "See, I have put this around our tents and no one can get past."
Do we want to sleep in the cylinder of fire? Is that...
I don't.
Don't you worship a literal fire?
Yes, but it is a fire that is not created by that man. Unless
It's very warm,
Did
Parts
he,
of you
and
are
you can
wood,
toast marshmallows on
right?
it like a normal
Right.
fire.
That
did he
seems like a
cast
bad
a spell,
idea.
or how did?
It doesn't seem
Give-
great.
Were you paying attention?
Well, I was sitting here watching, but
Carmina Burana.
again, I don't need to know what. I just want to know if it's like in hate, if I get the feeling if it's divine, or
If you were
it's-
paying attention to him, you would have
Yes.
seen him just do like this, and then the flames showed up.
So
I can
that's-
let you do an Arcana check if you want.
I'm just trying to see spell versus.
Yeah.
19.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be that he
Spellish.
cast a spell.
Spellish. Okay.
Well, I for one vote we surround ourselves with an impenetrable barrier of fire that we might sleep unassaulted by enemies.
Well, if you're capable of sleeping inside fire, then by all means.
We could just set up
It's
a
not-
watch.
It's not just it's not a whole solid cylinder. It's hollow on the inside.
And you can feel the heat off of it.
Well, yes, I find it quite pleasant. Plus, it'll be intense, and you'll be asleep, and it's fine. It'll be like sleeping completely surrounded by fireplaces. Nothing bad has ever happened to anyone who's slept in my ring of fire.
This sounds
No one's really
excellent.
slept in my ring of fire, but no one has survived coming through it.
I see no problems with this plan.
Well, I mean, you can decide who wants to sleep.
Are we currently in the Ring of Fire?
No, he walked far away to show it, and he drops it.
to just like squash us in the ring of fire
Yeah.
while we sleep.
I suspect that a man who is capable of doing that, if he wished to cover us all in fire, would have done so by now.
And Wyatt's doing this. Yes, if I wanted to, I could.
For, I mean, a
I
certain
mean, I could have
value of
just
man.
murdered you all just now by casting it.
I'm
walked-
reassured.
I walked double the distance I needed to away from you to make sure that I did not harm you, my new friends.
In much the same way that I have not electrocuted any of you, though I could have, there is no reason to suspect
We
that
could
he will
all
cover us
kill
in fire.
each other.
I could not kill any.
Wow, that would be a very interesting turn of events. Is that something that's going to happen?
We can just kill each other. There you go. Solve the problem.
But I have spent some time with you, and I don't distrust you.
Well,
Okay.
I'm
But
going.
this guy.
I'm going to put my tent here, and I'm gonna go to sleep. I would appreciate, whether it be through the weird magical firewall or through somebody keeping watch, that we make sure I do not get murdered in my sleep. Now I am tired and going to bed.
Once the flames are up, I cannot. I mean, I can lower them once, but then I have to re-summon them, and then it's not. You can't just get in and out.
So you can set up your tents near mine if you wish, or not.
Or
I am going to bed.
Go to the washroom now. He's not lowering the circle of fire.
That's right. Yeah, everyone go pee or whatever.
Piss on it.
You know, we can just sleep in the tents. I really should do it your way.
That big thing it's not there anymore.
What big thing?
Oh, you're asleep already.
Sorry, big thing.
You just pass out on the floor?
I'm just
He just,
like
like,
done
lays
with this
back.
conversation. He's just like,
Ricky pockets his spyglass.
Should I surround him in flames?
Pulls the cloak around his head.
I'll roll him into the fire.
Well, no, he
Not
should
into
be
it, not into
trying not to harm you.
Ah, right, yes.
But you all just seem to be asking for it. What big thing did you
That's a
see?
rude thing to say.
There was a big thing way over there. Can you see?
Why is everyone giving
Because
him
I want the
information?
big thing to kill us, Nika.
Maybe he was the big thing.
No.
You
it
rolled
was
a
still
natural
there
20.
When he was there.
Rolling off and squinting into the distance. What am I looking for? Rolling. Sorry, I just rolled the dice. I got confused.
Goodbye.
Yeah. He turns into a Sonic, like Sonic the Hedgehog, and rolls away. It's just one of my many powers. What am I looking at?
Well, it's not there anymore. There's nothing to see
Well-
now, but.
Then why did I?
I'm telling you, maybe he was the big thing that fell.
Oh no, I've been this size for quite some time now.
You
I've been a big
decided-
thing
if I
before.
literally don't believe a word that comes out of your mouth.
Well, I mean, I
Liar,
have been
liar.
large before, and
Pants
now I
on
remain
fire.
this size.
Can I tell if he's lying?
Yeah.
If he's
I mean,
been-
you can't tell if he's lying, but you can roll.
If he's been big before.
So you have been a variable size. Do you mean like now and then baby?
Oh,
What is your
That's eight.
trajectory?
that's 25.
Wow.
He's not lying. He, based on what he just said, he has been big before, and now chooses to be the size that he is.
Yes, he's been big before. Like when he fell out of that tower thing and
Okay.
slammed into the ground,
Can I
and then was all
remember-
like,
I
"Let
did
me
no
get in your
such
cart."
undignified thing.
Yeah. Can I remember when I saw the thing versus when he showed up? It was still around, right?
We saw the thing before he showed up.
No, he showed up just as you were exiting out of the forest, and then he joined you, and then he was in the wagon. He didn't look when other people did. He was in your wagon. He was in the wagon when you saw it.
Okay.
I
So
still don't trust him, and you shouldn't tell him.
Can you describe it to me? Maybe I can help. I was once a big thing. Maybe we were friends, or I killed it, or something.
it seemed it was really tiny because it was way far away, but it sort of seemed like a robotic.
A what?
A construct of sorts.
A metal man? You sure it wasn't this metal man?
I don't think so. I haven't been far away in some time.
Right.
I've
Me-
been very
me neither.
nearby this whole time.
I've been here the whole time.
Yes.
He's a lot smaller.
Okay.
No offense.
Well, we shall
fine.
keep an eye out then.
Yeah.
I don't want my new friends to get hurt. So, is everyone sleeping side of the flame ring?
I will try this.
I choose what side of it the fire shoots out of, so I can make it shoot the direction that's away from you. I promise. But, I mean, if I had some way of lowering you into it so that you could see the heat coming from the outside but not from the inside, I would do it. But I have some limitations. It's fine if I just don't do it. I mean, it kind of breaks the promise I made to myself
What is this promise?
that I would behave like you.
Then you should behave like us and take watch.
I know, but also you seem to watch out for each other, and I'm trying to do the same thing. So it's just a conflict within me.
On the one hand, I have never slept in a ring of fire. On the other, I will come back to this
Are
later.
you
Yes.
sure you don't need
It's- no,
help?
it is
That's
fine.
deal.
No, I can make it tighter, Lucy says. I think it's just really about it being tight.
Yes, that
And she, like,
seems to
tightens
be
it up.
helping.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm gonna make her do a medicine check with disadvantage. She rolls a 3 and a 4. So you take 2d4 points of damage.
Wonderful.
Oh no!
3 points of damage as something else splinters inside him.
Thank you, Lucy.
Your small medic seems to have a lot of trouble with
Perfect!
fixing your metal man. Oh no.
Nika.
Are you sure you don't need assistance?
No.
I say this in a message.
Oh. Help?
So one, I call Lucy over, and I'm like, "You're doing real great.
I know he seems
You're
to be.
doing real
He
great."
seems to be getting better.
Yeah. Let me show you a neat little trick. And I bring her over to Bastille, and I pretend to rewrap the thing, and as I do it, I, have my hands clasped on him, and I cast Cure Wounds. And I'm just like, you just have to get the wrapping technique right, you see.
Okay.
And
She's watching very
Over
closely.
and then under.
Yeah, that's right.
And you get 6 points
Sweet.
of thingy back. That's not great, but it's
Yeah, it's
something.
pretty good.
Better than no thingy.
Aha, thank you.
Is it
You're
less
welcome,
floppy
Bastille.
now?
I feel like
Slightly, yes.
we worked together on that one, and yeah. Cool, thank you, Nika.
You're
I'm
welcome.
gonna
We
try
can
and
punch things, and then we can fix the things we punch.
right.
Please do not punch me, but you make a wonderful team.
Thank you. See, I just want to help like the small medic does.
Please don't.
But it's fine.
You've done
It's
quite
fine.
enough.
Please help me.
We'd all have to huddle very close together in the center of my wreath of flame, so it's fine.
Maybe tomorrow.
Sure.
Maybe tomorrow.
There. Not every day can be a wreath of flame day.
It's fair. I mean, it's true. That is actually one of the rules. All right. Send us in sleepy time. Is that what we do now?
Yes, I would say so.
Do we need to set a watch? I've read books on this, but you're the first group that's actually kept me around.
Really?
Yes.
How about you take the first watch?
Absolutely.
Along with me.
Sure. We
Can't
can
see
have a
me-
chat. I hear that happens on watches. We have a chat.
Sure.
Yeah. I know a lot of things. I just don't know a lot about, being weak and floppy. Like you. Well, you're kind of stiff, but,
Very well.
You have no idea.
So, well, you know what? We should probably take a break. We are at just after 9, so we'll start back with the watches and the chat after about 10-minute break, I think. So thanks for watching so far. We got a combat at the beginning of the episode, so that's cool. And now we'll see what happens next on Lost on the Great Road. Welcome back to Lost on the Great Road, where we are...
Oh,
Me.
sorry.
That threw me completely off, so
Yeah.
thank you. I don't know
Lost on the Great Road, where we.
I'm sorry.
where we just say random stuff when the camera turns on.
That's true.
I mean, that is basically what D&D is. Right, so where we left off, our first watch of the night was going to be starting. And it's going to be Nika and
Why did
Wyatt Wallace.
I keep going?
Yeah.
Bad timing. It's how badly I don't want to talk to you.
It makes you look tougher.
Nika's
Like
chewing
chewing.
fantasy gum.
You're building up extra spit when you
Yeah.
inevitably have to spit on this guy.
You know I will.
So, Nika, is that a family name?
In my name.
Okay. Do you have a last name?
Yeah.
Right? Can I know what it is?
No, it's none of your business.
It's fair enough.
Do you have a last name?
It's Wallace.
Yeah, that's weird.
Wyatt Wallace.
Your name is weird.
That's my human name.
Yeah, I keep saying it. It sounds real believable.
I don't care if it's believable. That's just how I'm going to try and behave for the next little while. Haven't you ever changed how you behave so you could fit in with the group?
No, actually.
I'm trying it. Seems to be working. Everyone seems to love me.
I do not love you.
Well, not yet. So what do we do on a watch?
We watch.
What are we looking for? Are we looking for that thing that the bird told me to look at and then it wasn't there?
We're making sure that more of those stick things don't come. Or other things. Any things. And we do it quietly.
I seem to think a wall of flame would just stop all of them.
Even with a ball of flame, you still need a watch.
Alright. So you just sit here quietly until something attacks you.
Hopefully something won't attack you. Or you sit here quietly till
Alright.
someone comes to relieve you and then you go to sleep.
Alright. So, no conversation then.
That's the way I prefer it.
Can I ask questions?
If you want.
So, why are you, and I don't mean this specifically about you, just generally, why are you spending time with all of them? He gestures to the sleeping tents. Like, what's your reason? Because I tend to just tell other things to do things, and then they do those things, but I don't travel in a group. It seems to be a uniquely mortal thing. Is it just it makes you stronger?
So you're not mortal.
I am right now.
Keep saying you're human, but then you say these things that say you're not human.
I said I'm trying to be human. And I asked you a question. Are you going to just talk at me about other things? Or... Please?
Well, the bird's my friend.
Seems like a stand-up chap. Really jumped on the back of that veggie monster.
Yeah, he does that. He's good
What,
at jumping.
what is he?
He's a bird.
Right. Fair enough. Okay, so you're friends previously with the bird.
Ricky's ear holes are burning.
But why are you hanging out with a metal man and a cow person and a hobgoblin?
The hobgoblin is very nice.
Yes, I mean, he seems to be... He seems to have hidden strengths. Much like me. My hidden strengths are more strong, but
Surprise
it
us
makes his all the
sometimes.
more impressive.
He does surprise us sometimes. You're very full of yourself.
Well, I'm literally bursting out of this thing. Some days.
That's gross.
Well, I try my best to keep it in.
Why? Why don't you just be what you are?
Well, then there's the running and the screaming, and then I have to shoot fire everywhere to make everyone quiet, and I'm trying to learn. You know? That's why I'm asking all these questions.
Sure. Well, here's a tip. Be nice to the hobgoblin.
I paid him a compliment after I insulted him.
Yeah, don't insult him.
I'll try and just do the compliment thing.
The cow hits hard.
He does. He hit with the wrong thing, but I didn't know what to hit with either, so that's, you know, whatever.
The cow has strong morals. I appreciate that, even if we don't
How strong?
always agree.
How strong and in favor of what?
Oh, we haven't gotten into details.
Oh, the details are where things get very interesting. Your pointy-eared drow friend who just literally stuffed me full of food and then went to sleep. He seems to be, he seems to have strange morals.
Yeah, I don't like him much.
Right. Alright, well. What about Metal Man?
Oh, I like him a lot.
Alright, noted. So really, we just sit here for like 3 hours and just watch nothing happen?
Yes, you should be very good at it.
What, sitting and watching nothing happen? I'm
Sitting
not.
and doing nothing.
Normally someone is doing something like writhing or melting. You know, I'm just used to things happening.
So, like, if you want us to trust you, maybe not with the writhing and the melting and the fire.
Well, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, but you're talking about it,
Well,
and that sounds like a threat. And, like,
you-
most of us ain't gonna take real kindly
You
to
want
a
me to be
threat.
honest, but you don't want me to talk about the writhing and the screaming and the melting. Which
I-
is, up until maybe a few days ago, was my job. So, you can either know about me,
A few days ago, it was your job.
you can either know about me, or you can not know about me and
But
just...
you said you'd been wandering around the plains.
I needed a ride. Do you know how slow legs are?
I would also like. At this point in time, I like look to my sleeping compatriots, and I'm just like, I fucking told you.
Do you want to know the full truth? Is that going to make you feel better? You're going to be able to sleep at night?
Probably not, but you can tell me anyways.
Well, if that's what you want. I'm from somewhere you go when you are bad. And I'm here to try and understand mortals a little better. Because I think I'll be better at my job.
Right.
I have no interest in murdering you. I might corrupt the drow. I may try to drag the drow down with me. I think that would be quite fun. But beyond that, I'm trying to be a friend. Trying to make everyone... I'm trying to see... I don't need friends back where I'm from. I can, again, screaming and the writhing. But, I have to work for it. So I'm trying to do that.
You have to work for the screaming and the writing?
No, for the friendship.
Right. You can't just like waltz in and make friends. That's your first mortal tip.
My experience is that humans and other mortals do that all the time. You walk into a bar, you have a drink with a stranger, suddenly you're jamming your bodies against each other.
Okay, let me clear something up. That's not friendship. That's just fucking.
All right? It's gross. And I'd rather just rip out one of my organs and have it form into another one of me like I normally do. You know?
That's also
But that's
gross.
fine, as long as I don't have to see you doing the thing. Ugh. So I'm just trying to...
I just want to say, like, you're sitting here and you want to make friends and then you insult what is basically my favorite pastime, and I just think we're not off to a good start.
You have to admit that it's kind of gross. I mean, you remove all of your clothing, which is, you know, that's not that strange. I tend to not wear much myself. But then you just, like, slap each other around with your genitals. I mean, I have large genitals only to intimidate my lessers. I don't use them for anything.
There you go, Nico.
Anyway, it's fine. I can come to learn to enjoy it, I suppose. I don't know. I just
think
don't
you
want...
are not at any risk of anyone wanting to smush their genitals against yours.
Excellent. I'm not interested.
Oh, he's a bone devil.
No. Those are gross too. You're
Anyway, I'm just saying. You're insulting my favorite pastime while trying to be friends with me and talking about the writhing and the melt. I mean, the writhing we have in common. The melting, not
All right,
so much.
common ground. I've heard that that's important for friendship. Common ground, writhing. My things are writhing for different reasons, I think, but, you know. I promise that I will not injure you, as long as you keep me around for a little bit and let me learn from you. Look, I write it down like an idiot. I write it all down, and he pulls like a notepad out. See, I don't even just commit it to memory like I could.
What's your write down about me?
I wrote that you were tough in a fight, that you don't seem to care that you're half of an orc. Your weapon
Like a straight
screams.
line, half as orc.
Your weapon screams suck it, which I don't understand, but I am quite amused by.
Excellent.
And I wrote that you don't like me, which is comforting in a way, because the friendship thing is very difficult. It's much easier to have everyone not like me. But I mean, I didn't even use a fireball. I punched everything.
Yeah, you could have used the fireball.
Yeah, but it just didn't feel like. I mean, I can just shoot fireballs as much as I want. Boom, 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 and he actually fires a few off into the air. And they explode like fireworks, and literally like 4 or 5 fireballs just shoot out of his hands. But it's just cheating, you know. Your wizard, he cast like 2 spells and then he's drained for the rest of the day. Like that, I want to understand why someone would put themselves through that hell. Pun intended.
I don't get it.
I'm from... It doesn't matter. What matters is that I hope that at the very least we can be, if not friends, acquaintances. I've never even had an acquaintance.
I'll
Okay.
consider it.
Alright?
Where are you from? Are you in charge?
Oh, I'm fairly far up the ranks.
Like you make the rules?
Not all the rules, no.
You enforce the rules?
Oh, yes.
Mm.
Rules are the best.
You should stop talking now.
Why? I thought we were having a good conversation.
Not anymore.
Well, I enforce rules that you can't ever avoid. So, it's kind of pointless to get upset about it.
You're like a cop from hell.
That is...
Hell cup.
That is,
New show.
a oversimplification. I'm more of a jailer. A high-ranking jailer.
Yeah, I don't like those either.
Well, yes, but I'm not one right now. I'm Wyatt Wallace. Human mortal. Wandering the plains, making friends and one acquaintance. I'm doing all right. I'll say nice things about all... Before we go finish our watch, I'll say nice things about everyone. Will that make you feel better?
No.
I need to practice anyway, so just listen. The Metal Man. His hammer is made out of fists, and I think that that's funny. The horny one. Horns are good. From where I'm from, horns are great. Wizard. Got crushed inside a vegetable man like a champ. Never seen anyone just get vacuumed up inside of a vegetable man just as quick as that. The bird, flightless, but good jumper. And you, excellent conversationalist.
You gotta get better at saying good things about people.
You have to understand where I came from, where I work, usually. It's, if I say something nice, like flames erupt from everywhere.
Got it.
So no
But-
flames came out this time because I'm keeping it simple right now.
Well, let's work on that.
Maybe 100
skill set.
years I can hug someone without just crushing them. I don't know. My high fives broke your middleman's hand, so
You all you said was something about them physically.
that I liked.
That's
I don't know them well enough because I'm not inside their minds, like as a friend. You know? I could do the inside the mind thing, but I'm not going to because I'm regular old mortal.
right.
Yes,
This was
informative,
truly illuminating.
fun, better than doing nothing.
No.
You gotta give me at least that it was better than doing absolutely nothing. Please.
Please, I beg you.
Sure.
Cool DM.
Fine. I think our watch is up. Do we wake someone
I
up?
hope so.
Who are we waking up?
Your watch is up.
Whoa.
Hello.
All right, Metalman, it's on to you.
I hope you enjoyed your watch. I did not hear anything you said. I'm taking watch now.
I had an excellent conversation with my new acquaintance, Nika.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes. And I said nice things about all of you.
That is very nice of you.
It is. That's why I did it. So he just, like, lies down on the ground, just, like, staring up at the, staring up at the sky. Good night.
Like
A
someone who has
wonderful
only
sleep.
ever heard of sleep.
Yeah. So who's taking the next watch?
I will.
Okay. Just by yourself,
Ricky's he climbed up to the tree
right? He loves that tree.
with the
It's a bird
spyglass.
thing.
And he checked it out, but he probably fell asleep up there.
Okay. So you're not watching.
Well, he was for a little bit.
Right, okay.
Past it.
Bastille, give me a perception check.
Ooh. Why do I do watches anyway? I'm terrible at this. I got a 12.
That's not terrible.
No. I rolled a
Slightly
13.
above
Yeah,
average.
maybe like another day's travel away, you can see that there's like some cottages and things. Now that
Oh,
it's
I've
completely
spotted
dark,
cottages.
you can see the little flickering lights and a little smoke coming out, and you think you might be close to Sheila's domain.
I will take note of this.
Your watch goes without problem.
And then I will wake up whoever goes next.
Sure. Who wants to take the last watch?
We discussed this before, obviously.
Mhm.
So I go to that person and wake that person up. The person that was going after me.
Well, no one's speaking up.
I went to
Lucy,
sleep
wake
for
up.
days.
I could do it, but do you know I'm up in the tree?
Probably not.
So,
Ricky.
Wyatt is like, I'm not sleeping.
Would you like to take another watch?
Sure.
Wonderful.
Are you trusting me with it by myself?
Are you giving me reason to not trust you with it by yourself?
That's more of your judgment call than mine, Metalman.
Should it be my judgment call now?
I don't know. Has
Neither
my
do I.
behavior dictated that you can't trust me?
No, so far you've been polite, aside from these questions, which are making me suspicious.
Well, I just think I'm trying to be courteous.
Oh, well, wonderful then, and of course. Good night.
Good. Night.
Are you just standing like facing a tree
Pretty
tonight?
much.
So, yeah, Wyatt just stands, like, looking for the rest of the night in all directions. And when you all wake up, he's still there. Nothing happened.
Did you take another watch?
I did. I took the last watch.
But you also took the first watch.
This
So,
is
like,
the thing people do when they
you
can't
don't
sleep.
sleep?
Ugh. What's the point?
Just,
Well, it's a mortal thing to do.
just
Well, I tried. For 4 hours, I tried to sleep.
He did.
I can assure you, spending multiple hours trying to sleep and not being able to is perhaps the most mortal of all things.
You should drink booze.
It evaporates immediately upon entering my body. I've tried.
Your totally normal human body.
Well, I can only control so much. I didn't say I was a human. I said I'm trying to pretend to be one for a time.
You're very strange.
Yes. So are all of you.
Wyatt, Wallace,
First name Wyatt, last name Wallace. You can call me Mr. Wallace. You can call me Wyatt. Don't call me late for dinner. Never works.
I liked it.
Wallace,
I do not eat, but I still appreciate
This guy
jokes.
gets it.
It seems to me that your, of course, totally mortal human self is the sort of thing that might be deeply concerned with the end of every world that ever there was.
My people are fighting that war all the time.
War?
Your people.
Yes, from where I'm from. I told Nika all about it. I mean, you guys all had to sleep for some reason.
There was a lot of writhing.
Excuse
That's
me?
a day-to-day thing. That's not the war so much as it's just my day-to-day. And I mean, I'm telling other people to make other things writhe. It's
What is this? What
Right,
is this
sure.
day to day? What does he do? What is it?
Leaving that aside, I mentioned the end of everything, and you brought up a war, and I didn't know there was a war unless... It seems like war is a misnomer for a thing that happens between gods, because there's just not enough of them for, like, a real army. You can't have battalions of gods.
It's very chatty in the morning.
It's just a couple. Which is to say, what are you talking about? Because I don't think it's what I was talking about.
The war, the bloodiest war, the war that will rage eternal until someone steps up and helps us.
I'll help.
The
I've been in many wars.
Well, all right. I'll put your name in, I guess.
B
I mean, I don't know if you're
A.
willing to do what it would make.
S T
Right. He pulls out his notepad and he starts writing.
E E L.
Right. Last name?
No. I
Sure.
should get a last name.
I wrote down Bastille wishes to burn in eternity in the Nine Hells.
I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, you said you wanted to join the battle.
In the Nine Hells?
Well, I mean, it often spills out great distances into your worlds, even.
Your world's Nine Hells. Where are you? You are from.
I'm right here.
You are from the Nine Hells.
Yes, proudly.
You should probably stop talking now.
I don't feel like it. And he's asking questions, and you told me to be honest. Now I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
You should be honest with me. Maybe don't tell Bastille about the hell part.
Well, I mean,
I'm just gonna, as an action, kick in my divine sense.
Mhm.
So yes, until the end of my next turn, I know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of me that is not behind total cover.
for 6 seconds, Wyatt Wallace lights up like a fiendish Christmas tree. Do you get an? Do you? It doesn't tell you what their true forms are. Or anything.
No, it doesn't.
Sure.
I think he's a devil cop.
I concur.
It's more of a jailer, and right now I'm Wyatt Wallace.
I see.
I'm
Bastille.
wishing to understand you better.
May I ask, out of your fraternal care for us,
Correct.
to not do anything rash,
Rash, as in destroying
Violent.
evil wherever I
Anything-
find it.
anything violent. I ask you to not do anything violent for at least 5 minutes, or until I do something violent.
It has 5 minutes.
At this point, Wyatt is like cleaning his glasses that have no lenses in them, and he's just like got a thing, and he's just scrubbing through, and there's nothing to actually scrub.
Now, Wallace Wyatt, what
that.
do
Flip
you?
it.
I've heard it both ways. What do you fight in this war, or who?
The demons,
Demons. Okay.
the scourge.
Right.
A devil that fights demons.
Yes, you haven't done much holy reading, have you?
Most of the things that I encounter die very quickly.
I don't doubt it. I won't.
I see.
So-
you do appear to be quite powerful.
So what you're saying is you have dedicated what I'm gonna guess is probably a lifetime that doesn't naturally end.
I use the term eternity.
Sure. To killing demons.
Well, I mean, I'm not necessarily on the front lines I've got
To
people to make
facilitating the
rise.
death of demons.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I mean, that is our. If we weren't there stopping demons, then they would be overrunning all of your worlds. You owe us a thanks.
3 minutes, 25 seconds remaining.
So Bastille, if I'm following this thing's argument.
Yes. I see the logic in what it is saying. However, my instructions are very clear.
Instructions?
Yes.
From who?
My God.
Oh, I see. What this is? Oh no, you've got a paladin. You have to understand, I'm not going to harm you, sir. I have no interest in doing so.
Does this look
I stayed
anything?
up all night. I could have incinerated all of you, and maybe one time I would have, but this time I didn't. And I'm not going to from here out.
This does not look anything like a giant platinum dragon. What are you talking about?
What are you? What? Platinum
This
dragon?
seems to be between you two.
No, I don't understand this either.
Are you both awake? And
Can I wake up and look with the spyglass towards the thing?
sure, give me another with advantage. Give me a perception check.
And can I do nighttime stuff?
Oh
I
yes,
know
you
we're
had some
going
nighttime things to do.
Back. So, sorry. So
Flashback.
Flashback. So when I don't know if I think we had little tents that we had.
Yeah.
So I set up a little.
It was a
tent.
little tense.
So it was a little tense. And two things. One, I used some hit dice during the long rest.
Oh,
just
yeah, a
DM.
long rest happens.
You don't need
get
to.
your-
You just get all your hit points back.
Oh well, then I didn't. Well, yeah, screw that. So
Ah, the magical world of Dungeons and Dragons,
Yeah.
where night's sleep heals you fully.
yeah, I
Yeah.
totally forgot about that. Okay, so didn't do that. And two, as I crawl into bed and shut the flap, I think I hear them sort of milling around outside of the tent, and I would like to cast alarm around my tent, so I know if anyone's coming close,
Sure.
within 20 feet. And I want to pull out the scroll case from the High Priestess of Coralon that I took and look inside.
There are 3 rolled up scrolls, all kind of nested inside of each other, and then in the middle of them is a wand.
Ooh.
You're a wizard, Harry.
There's a
And I've been
scar
for
up
some
here.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd like to look at the paper and see if
It's been rain soaked for effect.
I'll take a look at that after. Cool. And
And you can spend the night attuning to the wand if you like.
yeah. So I'll take the. So there goes my. Is it just? It looks like a pretty wand.
It's a wand of a war mage, +1.
Whoa, cool.
All
So
right.
you get +1 to your attack rolls with it.
To my grappling.
No,
kidding.
unfortunately. +1 to your attack rolls that you cast with it.
Oh, I just thought it was
And I think it's got +1 to your spell save DC, but that sounds real powerful, so I'm going to double check that. It definitely gives you +1 to your attack rolls.
You don't have
but
a
spell
card
attack
for this
rolls,
person.
Not
or
yet, no.
I'll look it up. But
Yeah, your spell attack rolls, yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So I'll sort of take that and then I'll tuck everything back away.
It's a gnarled, as you would imagine, a gnarled piece of wood. It still has a little bit of a leaf growing on it. It seems to be sustained somehow.
And do I think that those spells, is that something down the road that I could transcribe into my spell book?
You could do the first 2.
Okay. I already have one of them, but can I do? But so I can transcribe the other one with time and.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So I will. Thank
And you can cast them as well.
Yeah, if
But-
I want to. So I will then tuck those back away in the recesses of my cloak and nestle up and go to sleep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Fast forward to back to the
Sorry.
morning.
Oop,
What did you
Back
roll
to
on
the
your
night
investigation
I
check?
thought it was something to do at night too.
Oh, okay.
Okay, at some
Let's
point,
do the
I'd like to sneak down my tree
time.
Right.
and sneak to Pog's tent.
Okay.
So I don't know who would be up at that point.
It would probably be Bastille on the watch at that point.
Does he see me? Do I roll?
Probably not, but let's roll for it.
Yeah.
Well, what's your passive perception?
Oh yeah, passive perception. That's
It's 9 or
pretty bad.
something,
It's
right?
9. Yeah.
Yeah, so roll your stealth. You gotta roll above a 9.
Paladins.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, you get right past them.
Alright. So I have a piece of paper and I go and
I'm on watch.
slide it.
I see all I know of.
Ricky's like right behind you.
You walk.
As he turns, he's like,
Yeah,
Now I'm going to turn left and look there. No, nothing. Excellent. Back to the right.
announcing all of your movements at once.
And up, perhaps.
And you just walk over top of them.
Yeah, it's just like walking, like whatever.
So you sneak off to Pog's tent.
Yeah. I have a piece of paper.
I have
and-
alarm.
Yeah.
What does that do?
So.
It's
If
they
someone
cross paths,
enters
you get a
within
note.
a 20-foot cube of my area, then I have a mental alert that will wake me up.
Then it is triggered as soon as he gets close.
Okay, so I won't know what's coming, but I'm going to I'm gonna ready firebolt.
Okay.
If somebody I don't know comes within the tent.
Okay.
Or near the tent.
So what do you
I
do?
can see.
I just take the piece of paper and I just like slide it in one of the little cracks,
Okay.
and then I sneak back away.
Okay. Is
I
there something
don't-
written on it?
I don't firebolt the paper.
Yeah. So you just see a little sliver of
don't know
paper
the
fall
paper.
into the thing.
Do I see the paper come in?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll slowly look to see what the paper is.
It's a drawing of you like busting out, and like the wood and stuff of the creature is all around you, and you're like.
I love it. So I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna smile, and then I'm gonna pull out a special little pouch that's different from my other pouches, and it's sort of a decorative pouch. And I'm gonna open it up, and I'm gonna roll it up very nicely, and I'm gonna put it in the pouch right next to. Hold on.
Which beetle?
Terry.
All
Terry
right.
the wooden beetle.
Aw.
So now in this little pouch, which is sort of a purple, soft purple velvet, is this beautiful drawing
Cute.
and a wooden beetle named Terry.
Did you sign the drawing?
No.
It's just child's drawing.
I assume it's from Lucy.
Yeah.
That she is somehow still in the tent with you and also.
Yeah.
Right.
She's
That's
very,
amazing.
very quick.
Very crafty.
excited.
All right. Any other nighttime things? I think everyone's done either slept or done their nighttime
Yes.
things. Okay. Back to the morning.
Back to the
I
present.
rolled an 18 to see the thingy.
Nothing there.
Okay, so then I'll come down eventually. And
Sure.
Hey guys, what's up?
So eating. That's a morning thing.
Yes, let us do that now. I'm gonna walk over to the wagon and pick off one of the apples that I assume are still on that thing.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna just hand it over. Here, look, now you have food to go, and you don't have to eat any babies on your travels. Take the apple and leave. Goodbye. Good night, sir.
Whoa.
I have never had one of these. I have heard that
Please
they
enjoy. Leave.
are enchanting. And he takes a bite and he
I'm
says,
having friends with a
"Bleh." He
devil
splits it
cat.
out. He's like,
A
no,
devil
I don't
cat.
want this.
Yeah.
Very well. There are other things to eat elsewhere.
He's
I haven't
coming to me
eaten
from
baby
hell.
for 1,000
He
years.
made the mistake of telling Bastille that.
Mm-hmm.
Bastille,
Yes.
it seems to me like
It's
you understandably
kill us.
Alright.
dislike
I don't
both
know.
demons and devils. Does
Not a
that
fan
seem
of either.
true?
Correct.
Maybe if
And
Bastille
it seems to
tried
me that
something.
somebody who is highly skilled in defeating demons
Mm-hmm.
is a net positive in the number of demons and or devils that we are able to defeat as we travel.
This is irrelevant. I must destroy all evil wherever I encounter it.
Your cowman is very good at cosmic math.
He is. I am not good at any math.
What can I do to prove? What can I do? Fair enough.
That's my favorite threat I've ever heard. I am not good at any math. Rah!
What can I do to make this seem to make this easier on you?
Unless you are capable of erasing the memory of the past several moments, there is nothing you can do.
Let me think.
That was not. It was just a rhetorical device.
Erasing memories.
Please
I
stop
can
thinking about that.
boil your brain, and then
No.
you'll forget everything
That would be
that you.
bad.
That's not what you
Please
need.
don't boil anything.
So unfortunately, you're stuck with this information.
Mm.
But I'd rather you know. I could have just stayed with you the whole time and never told you.
This is true.
And I did. And maybe I'm some kind of crappy devil.
There's-
I'm not. But maybe I am some kind of low-level crappy devil. And then you can just end me.
And
I'm
you
not.
know,
And he shoots like a couple more fireballs into the sky.
There's a certain sort of honor in choosing that
Hobgoblin,
degree
Pog,
of honesty.
how many fireballs can you shoot in a day?
Fireball.
Oh, yes, then I've got him beat with one.
I,
You are like one of those fireball shooting hobgoblins, aren't you? You're wearing the uniform of one.
do what I have to do.
What if what you have to do... Sorry. What if what you have to do is fireball?
I'm sorry that
I fill a hole in your ranks.
The
I mean,
only
he's
hole I
not
would like
wrong.
you to fill is a grave. Please leave now before it is too late.
I'm on Team Bastille, actually.
Does it disappoint you to know that even if you did destroy me, that I would just come back a little while later?
Yes! That is very disappointing.
Well,
Yeah,
then
like-
why waste the energy? Do you care for your friends?
Of course.
Well then, don't swing your fist hammer, which I really enjoy, at me.
What will you do if I do?
Well, I'll have to defend myself if you come at me in earnest. I don't want to incinerate you in front of your colleagues.
And would they be hurt by this incineration?
The fireball blast is quite large. It depends on where they're standing. You're willing to just be incinerated by me?
That is irrelevant to me. As long as I'm performing my duties, I would gladly be incinerated. I have been, in fact.
But dying,
Well, mostly burned, not completely incinerated. That's
hitting me once with your fist hammer, still awesome, and
Thank
then
you.
I
No,
incinerate
nothing,
you
don't-
where you stand.
Yes.
What's happened then?
I
What have you done then?
died.
Doing what?
Ultimately,
What you
not a
love.
lot, I suppose.
Ultimately, not a lot. Do the cosmic math.
This does sound like the words of a devil in my ear currently, trying to sway me to a path of evil, or at least acceptance of evil.
I think you're steadfast, old chap. I don't think I can move you. I don't think I could drag you kicking and screaming to evil.
It seems to me that
I go after the ones that are already a little close. And he looks around. Where is that drow?
Sorry, you're intending on going after someone.
Well, do you know anything about the demons that you kill?
Some of what they look like on the inside, yes.
All right. What do I look like on the inside?
I don't know what you truly are.
Do you want to see?
Yes, I think that would be an
No.
excellent lesson for all of us.
Like, what do you
No.
look? What's your?
That's when the screaming and the writhing happens.
Just looking at you?
It's not the fun kind of writhing, you guys.
It's not. I don't want to impose that on you. I'm trying to be with you
You
in
know-
a sense. I want to travel for a brief time with you. I want to meet these halflings. I hear they're adorable. That's a good thing to think something is adorable, right? Like
It's-
a baby that I wouldn't eat.
it seems to me that Wallace Wyatt here
It really
is a
doesn't
man
matter.
who
It's
has a
made-up
certain
name.
sort
Well, I don't know why I'm getting so upset about it.
of commitment to principles, and at least some of those principles currently involve not murder. Does that seem accurate to say?
Specifically, not murder of you.
Mm.
I'll murder in your name. I murdered in your name last night.
I mean, those weren't people. Also, they were enemies, and it's not murder when they're enemies.
Right. You I could probably drag kicking and screaming.
Do you understand my problem here?
I understand it.
I truly would prefer you not to drag me anywhere.
Well, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not even around and it happens.
And so, to that end, I think we should accept him, and hopefully, when we find whatever this horrible spider god thing is, he can set it on fire or something.
Spider god thing.
Yeah, it's trying to end all of creation.
Right.
Look,
Right.
Steele, you were one of the ones that wanted to pick this guy up. Remember?
This is true, but I did not know what he was at the time, and had
Yeah,
I known, I would
I
not
said
only have
no.
not picked him up, but I would have smashed him down.
So yeah, but
Nobody
just,
listens to Nika.
let's just let him. We'll just keep our eye on him, okay? And we'll just see what happens. It's like a game.
Besides, probably there's nothing we could do to stop him, even if we wanted to.
How about this?
Cosmic math.
Travel ahead of us, 61 feet, so I cannot detect you.
61.
I feel like I'd be really out in the open then.
That's fine.
But how can I keep you, my new friend, safe from so far
We
away?
will keep each other safe.
Well, it's worked so far, I suppose.
It has.
Do you think I can't? Well, I can still talk to you from up there.
I suppose so.
One trick I'm going to allow myself to use, for convenience sake.
I feel like there was another trick already, at least one.
Well, I didn't. I mean, it was more of like fireworks.
I mean the trick of your appearance.
Oh, well, the whole conceit of what I'm trying to do revolves around me looking like one of you.
Yes.
So,
You actually don't look anything like him,
like the
Or-
steel?
or him, or him, or him, or
No,
me.
I went with.
So actually, you're not doing a very good job of looking like us at all.
Yes, look like an amalgam of all of us.
I was gonna say.
You'll want to be taller.
All right,
One.
who wants to be most relatable to me, or feel that I'm the most relatable?
Dibs not
Bastille?
it. No,
I could do Bastille.
please don't.
I mean, I don't look exactly like you,
Do
but I
something
can.
else.
Could that be as big as you, or it could be like a smaller, skinnier version of
No,
you?
nothing like me.
Well, no, of course I would look
Wait,
exactly
how
like you.
small
Things
can
are
you get?
confusing. Not very.
But how small?
Medium sized.
You can't make yourself tiny.
Fine, hobgoblin. And he snaps his fingers, and he's similar outfit and everything, but he's got a hobgoblin face. Now I look like one of you. Is this better now? Great. Is there something that tastes better than an apple around?
No.
Meat?
I'm gonna snap my fingers and cast disguise self and look like him.
No, I don't know which one is which.
Well, then he snaps his fingers again.
Do me next. Do me next.
He snaps his fingers and he turns into another flamingo person.
That's so cool.
Very
I've never
kind of
seen
upright
that
and
one.
dapper looking flamingo
You're
person.
not alone in this world anymore.
Now we
I
are.
was never alone, Nika.
What is this? And he reaches in and he writes notes like, this is strange.
Well,
My neck is very long.
Yeah.
How do you drink things?
just like he goes to crank his neck in it like 3 different
Yeah.
ways.
It's like a spring.
You're telling me.
I like it.
Well,
I've stretched a lot of necks in my time, but never had one of my own. Make you more comfortable?
You never next?
Strangely, no.
Well, I like it. I'm a bird now.
All right, then fly away. No offense.
Excuse me.
I can't.
Oh. Could
Well-
you though?
Huh?
Could you though?
Could I? No, I can't. I'm a bird. Like this one.
Can you fly in general?
Sometimes. But you can't,
No.
so I'm not going to.
Very well.
well, let us continue trying to ascertain the location.
Oh, the
of-
cottages are over there. I forgot to say
The
it.
library, right?
We should.
Oh yes,
Why?
we are looking for the halfling god who will lead us to the library that will tell us everything we want to know about.
Nika,
how
what were you going
stop
to
the
say?
end of
You thinking of
worlds.
books, Nika?
No, I'm wondering why everyone is insisting on telling this guy all of our fucking business.
Wyatt Wallace. It's my name.
Well, it's not though.
No, but it's how I would like to be called.
I see. Well then, Wyatt. We are going to allow the devil to continue to travel with us while taking notes on all of us and our activities. This is fine with everyone?
No,
No? That's
I'm fine
2.
with it.
but
I won't take notes when you're smashing your bodies together.
Has that been happening?
I heard. I don't know if you're equipped for it, old chap, but I think that they might do it sometime. Not necessarily to you, I don't know.
I see.
The more meat-covered ones seem to like slapping their limbs around.
What did I miss?
I'll explain it to you one day.
Very well. Until that day, I have my eyes on you.
And I will look away immediately on when that day occurs.
Okay, but like sidebar, away from Wyatt Wallace.
You want to have a private conversation?
Yes.
Yes. If you could just
like
go over
this.
there.
Go like this.
More. Further.
Your
61
ear
feet.
holes are
Sure.
over here.
Y'all gotta stop telling him shit. I'm yelling.
We just turn our
I
backs and then she starts
Was
yelling.
going to read your minds, but I don't need to.
He can read our minds.
Apparently. But
Well, not
we
really.
should still probably not tell the devil cop all about the library with all the knowledge and stuff.
Bokub's library.
Yeah, he knows about it already.
Now, Nika,
He's gonna find it.
remember how we all come from different weird places and we didn't really want to be here in the first place?
I'm fine with it.
Okay.
He just told him. where to
He's
go.
actually from around here, and so probably we
He
don't
is
actually.
not from around here. He is definitely from the Nine Hells because he is a devil cop. He told me that last night.
I
and
did.
That's comparatively here-ish.
I don't know if that's true or not.
I feel like, why are we just telling him all of our secrets? Don't tell the guy who loves the writhing and the fire and the melting
I do.
all of our secrets.
I don't think we've told him any secrets.
You literally just told him that we all don't want to be here.
Why
And
you
also
were
that we're
trying to
going
say
to the
something?
library.
That only needed to be secret
I
in
will.
Sigil where they would kill us for it. Here it's fine.
You think that, but we don't know that. That has not been confirmed in any way.
I guess we'll find out.
You know, this doesn't seem like the sort of place with a government. It's too. Bleh.
If you want to see bureaucracy in action,
No.
then you should come back home with me.
I said government, not bureaucracy.
Well,
You're just describing inefficiencies.
well,
Systematized
ask that
inefficiencies.
to the writhers.
That sounds.
Again, not
Deeply
the fun
unpleasant.
writhing.
Well, I mean, it's from a certain perspective, it's quite fun.
Hey,
Are
you slammed my writhing last night. Let
That's
me
right.
slam your writhing.
It's only fair. A rebuttal
guys
is only fair.
Slam
My
the
writhing stinks,
together.
and your writhing is the good kind of writhing. See? I can come to a middle ground.
I still don't think we should tell him our secrets.
I told you my secrets. I'm a
That's-
giant devil from
That's a
hell.
pretty big secret.
I'm wandering around with you so I can learn how to better understand
How tall are
mortals.
you?
I'm big.
Oh yeah?
Yes, as big as that thing you probably saw. That you made me look for, that's why I know about it. Remember?
Yeah.
From last night?
Would that be another one of you?
If you say it was covered in metal, or looked
But
like a metal
seemed to
man,
be- I don't know. It was very far away.
did it have...
Oh.
No. Did it have horns?
I don't think so.
Didn't even... In your perspective, it didn't even have a head.
It didn't even have a head.
Right, so... Definitely got horns. I went for the classic look.
Nice. You could choose.
Sure. Look, and then the weird flamingo man grows little horns. Hmm?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I could do ram style, like snaps his end, and they curl, and he's like... I could do a narwhal. You ever seen one of those? It's ridiculous. And then he like grows straight up.
A flamingo.
Yeah. Look at this.
Whoa.
I will put all of your eyes
Whoa.
out.
Whoa. Put that thing away.
Look, I just want to hang out and watch and punch some stuff like we did last night. I mean, can't we all just punch along, you know?
We could all just
I mean, I was pretty good at punching, I have to admit. Usually it's the fireball, just all the time, but now I'm pretty getting into just hitting things real hard.
That's my stick. And
Yeah.
also his stick.
Yes.
And you with your head.
I mean,
And
there's
you!
also the-
You rammed that creature. That was a bad move. That's what got you in trouble, I think. But still, good on you.
Did you mention Bacchus's library?
Bokum.
Bokum.
Yeah, you don't want to go to Bacchus's library. I think there's a lot of bodies slapping together in those books. Bokum's library, yes, of course.
Can you take us there?
I'm not really a guide. I mean, I'll make sure you're safe on the way.
No, but I thought your view was to see some real intense action.
In a tag along with someone else already doing the work of finding the places to go kind of way.
We had a plan. Let's do the plan. We've been sitting
Yeah, we're
here all
visiting the
morning.
halflings. Tiny,
Actually, we're
Let's-
going to buy
baby-like,
town.
delicious little creatures.
Sure, let's continue our conversation on the carriage. That way,
That was just for you.
we are moving towards our plan and not wasting our time. It's already. I go to look up at the sun. It's already. Time has happened, and we should be moving.
Time has happened.
While they're talking, I give Lucy an apple, and then I take over to feed the oxen.
Okay,
I
cool.
forgot that we have actual
Yeah.
animals to look after.
Is Azel just gone?
Oh, yes,
Oh.
there was something about that. In the back of the wagon, there is a note from Hazel.
Oh.
Hey, look, a note from Azel.
It says,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna
It
read
says-
it in a weird voice.
it says that he needs to take some time away and he's going to meet you at Bokum's library.
Oh. Does it? I don't know what his handwriting looks like. I don't know why I was even gonna ask. Well, this seems legit.
I mean, if I was going to leave and meet you at Bokum's library, this is how I would communicate it.
But how's he gonna get there?
The same way he got anywhere.
Right.
Anywhere.
The same
Weird
way we're
ranger
gonna
magic.
get there. Walk around and think
Think
about it
books.
real hard.
Think about
After
books.
asking the halfling god lady,
Right.
which was the plan that we had.
Right, but I'm just saying, we go back to this again. The elf lady said we just gotta think about books, and then we'll find it. We just walk and think about books.
So are we getting on the cart?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
Can we take that note first and go stick it on Ed's tent?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah, you
we'll
can-
scratch out the I and replace it with we.
So Anansi's tent is actually torn apart.
So just put the note on it. Let's go.
That's
Like something inside ripped its way out.
Okay.
he probably turned into a giant spider
Yeah, he does
in
that.
his sleep.
Yeah.
So off we go.
Wallace, last name Wallace, first name Wyatt, starts counting out his steps. 59 to 60, 61. And he's up front. He just like turns around and he waves.
I do not wave back.
Ricky waves back.
Inside of all of your heads, you hear Wyatt's voice,
Oh
and it says, "I'm so happy to have friends."
no.
And we'll just be silent.
Yeah. And you hear a little bit like whistling that he's. It's, you can hear it 60 feet ahead, but you can also hear it in your head.
Telepathic.
And then he just fires a couple of fireballs into the air.
You are very conspicuous.
Just
What?
let him sit in the
Can I
dang
can I
wagon.
be
I
up
don't
on
even
the-
look like my fake self. I'm a bird person now.
Yeah. He's
Alright,
pretty conspicuous.
I'm gonna ride in the front, like
Sure.
holding the oxen.
Amazing.
Wait. I had a plan, and it was to drive us to Bytown. So, are you gonna take us to Bytown?
That's after we were going there first, and then
Okay.
to Bytown.
Mhm.
If we don't go to Bytown in the fruit cart, I'm gonna be real angry.
Okay. Well, I think we should go talk to Sheila, what's her face, and she can tell us the way to.
Learning how to pronounce your name might be a good start to endear yourself.
What up,
Yeah.
asshole? I got
That-
some questions.
Where are
That
the books
sounds-
at?
That sounds out of character for me.
No, fair enough.
Um,
You got about a day's ride.
The entire time, I'm just staring at him.
I'm in your brain, Bastille.
Well, I'm looking at the back of your head.
We
Oh,
have
yes.
to go there.
But I'm looking into your brain.
Here, do you see this that I'm doing in my brain right now? That's for you.
I like it.
Oh,
It's nice to know that you can be mean.
I'm gonna stop doing that. And actually, it doesn't really do anything because I have like.
Right. It's more like a finger gun.
just like,
I think you'll turn around on me, Bastille.
No,
Whatever. We'll see.
no, he won't.
Yes,
Are we anywhere near it? That's what
No,
I
we're
need to
way
know.
up here.
Alright, we're there.
Flash
Okay.
forward.
Yeah, I mean, did you
Damn
want to
it.
do anything with a
Montage.
spell on the way, or no? Learn something in the wagon?
Learn something in the wagon.
I don't want to leave anything in the way.
The information wagon.
I will walk up ahead with my new acquaintance.
Okay. Oh, now I can just use my mouth to talk. Blah, blah, blah.
Like a stinky mortal.
Yeah, it is. It smells in here. Not in a fun way, like when bodies are... Anyway. Hi.
Hi.
I think we might be able to upgrade this to friendship.
We'll see.
You came up here to hang out.
I came up here to keep an eye on you.
You really like that metal man, don't you?
And then you
I can
should
see it.
stop talking in everyone's heads. I think they find it very annoying.
Well, I sent a few messages to Bastille to reassure him. That'll be kind. But now I'm talking out loud with my mouth. My gross, stinky mouth.
Meat
Blah, blah,
mouth.
blah. But you really like him, right? You can tell me. I keep secrets real good.
I don't think you do.
I
And also, you're very gossipy, it turns out.
yes. Isn't that fun? That's a very mortal thing to be.
I
And I don't
mean,
even have to
it is
pretend.
fun.
Right. So, how much do you like him? I know how much, but you can tell me how much you like him.
I don't know how much I like him.
Like, on a scale of 1.
Are we like in grade school? This is a very strange conversation to be having for two adults.
I was just going to help.
Did you go to school?
You're not here, but also that's rude.
Are you asking me if I went to school?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I'm also not. I'm mostly
Just
being a
out of
snarky
nowhere.
player.
I like out of nowhere. Did you go to school?
That's rude.
Strange thing to just ask.
She's an excellent conversationalist, you person.
That is what
That's the
I
biggest insult from where I come from if you're a person. Anyway, continue.
I was just saying.
I mean, I'm not in grade school. I'm infinity years old, effectively.
Right. Yes.
I just
And as
want
am
to ask
I,
if you
A
want...
grown adult. No, I do not want help, thank you.
Okay.
I don't feel like your help would be very ethical.
Oh, no. No, it would not be
No.
ethical, no.
I prefer my writhing to be consensual.
Well, I mean, technically, he would want to do it.
That's not
It's
consent.
kind of a
No, not consent.
Loophole.
Not consent.
Alright.
No.
Okay.
No means
It's another
no.
word I've got
Yes
to add
means
to the book.
yes.
Loophole. So I just thought of it now. So, right. Well, then why'd you come up here to talk to me, other than enjoying it?
Came up here to keep an eye on you,
Okay.
so you would stop talking in everyone else's brain.
Well, I mean, you can't really stop me from doing it.
But if you're talking to me, maybe you won't do it to them.
And each of you is having your own kind of conversation at the same time with him.
Whoa.
Horns are cool. I'll show you mine sometime. Hobgoblins. Some of those are where I'm from. How come you're not? Birds are the coolest thing to be right now.
You better believe it. They're always in. He flips his color
I
over.
wonder if I can stretch the neck further, and it goes like... It's just flopping around.
Rick is sitting on the wagon with the spyglass still, but he
Yeah,
from where he's sitting, stretches his head up.
you can't stop me from doing it, but I promise I'm being polite.
Okay. It's not polite to ask people about who they like.
Okay, I thought friends talked about that kind of thing.
We're not friends.
Right, but we're on the road to
Yes,
friends.
we are literally on the road.
Lost
To
on the
friendship, I
great
mean.
road.
Metaphorically speaking.
I don't speak in metaphors.
No.
Because I didn't go to school, apparently.
I think that you speak in a very educated manner. A little rough around the edges, but I'm from hell. So nobody's perfect. Except for me. And how hell is organized and how well we deal with demons. That's all really perfect.
I think I might go back.
Yeah, I don't know why you came up here. But this honesty thing is really growing on me.
Right.
I've skewered
Nope!
13 people all at one time with a single just fingernail that just grew to a crazy length at a rapid speed.
Okay.
You, I think, would have enjoyed it.
One, that's super cool. But
See?
also, two, don't tell Bastille that.
No, I don't want to upset him. Meanwhile, in Bastille's head, I told the same story. But they're fine.
Oh.
Because it's sort of an endlessly living and dying cycle.
Oh, so they're just being tortured for eternity by your fingernail.
That's right, but they don't die. I didn't kill them.
Oh.
They're technically already dead. Anyway, I broke my record 2 days later. 16 people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't tell that to you. Pretty fun, right? Got lots of stories. Why are you going to Bokum's?
I don't know.
And he believes that you don't know.
He
Because you're not lying. Yeah.
I'm not lying.
Well, it seems like you need some answers. I think that's what the goal is, and I mean he technically has all of them.
Cool. Nobody listens to me, so I just go. Where
I've
the rest
had
of them
2
go.
lengthy conversations with you, and I'm still here.
Yeah, but no one listens to my ideas. I think they think I'm real dumb.
Well, maybe if you've got a devil from hell backing up your ideas, they might listen.
Are you proposing a sort of deal with the devil?
I don't think you want to sign any of those contracts today, but I'm saying that if you have one that makes sense, I will definitely be in your corner. My corner's where the fireballs shoot out of. So this is a good corner to be in. I don't do that. I make the sound and I move my hands. Anyway, I'm a good friend to have.
We might, maybe, be on the road to friendship.
It would mean so much to me if that were to happen.
But if you kill anybody,
That isn't you.
that is
Wait, sorry.
That is
Sorry, that's old leftover stuff there. That's you have to understand an infinity amount of time is very long. Yes. I will only murder people who aren't you.
then we can't be friends. If you just murder willy-nilly and also the people that I care about.
Who is willy-nilly? He sounds kind of hilarious. Is he a bird person too?
No, it means like just however. Just like killing,
Right.
killing, you know? It's
No,
not cool.
I line them all up so I can get them all in one fingernail. I am definitely not a Willy or a Nilly. Don't worry. And I say that in all of their minds.
What?
Don't worry. There's some concerns I may be a Willy or a Nilly. I am neither of those things.
Does he have a willy?
That's a very personal question, and only when I need to intimidate people, yes.
That is a strange use of genitalia.
It works.
It seems very toxic.
Mm.
Who's got the bigger dick?
Oh, it's not even so much about that. It's also
Me.
that it's like 9
I
feet
have
long,
the bigger dick.
and will crush them.
We can't even hear everybody just points and nods.
You just assume I'm talking about sex all the time.
Right. Well, I'm going to continue my march.
Alright. I will march here silently. Unless you annoy me, and then I'll go back to the cart.
Cool. That's what we do.
I yell back, I'm keeping an eye on him, guys!
Good job, Nika.
And he turns around and gives the thumbs up. You've got maybe like 3 hours or so left on the trip. Is there anything you want to do on your way to here, or you just the cottages of this kind of pastoral setting start coming up? I'll get everyone to do perception checks.
I got a 0.
Wow.
15.
16.
I'm too busy watching him. I just can't take my
Yeah.
eyes.
I'm checking periodically, but mostly just looking in the area for that thing.
Right. So you do yours at disadvantage since you're distracted.
Okay.
What'd you get?
16.
8.
15.
15 as well.
Okay, so the three of you do notice that there are like rolling fields of grain and like corn, and there's the pumpkin patch, and it, even though you've been kind of walking through a fall or like a kind of a spring kind of forest, now you're walking into what seems like an autumn.
That's my
Kind of
favorite
situation.
season.
It is very autumnal here.
Can we pick some stuff?
It is odd that it is autumnal
You can
here
see it
and
sort of
not
as
now.
you're approaching the
Okay.
city. Yeah, now there's a pumpkin patch on the side. You want a pumpkin?
I do want a pumpkin.
All right. He goes and he grabs a pumpkin and then crushes it by accident. Here you go.
Thank you.
It's just they move so quickly. I'm just used to just slowly bringing things down onto people, you know? And they're pinned down, they're not moving. He
Right.
like tries to delicately pick one up and he puts one in your hand.
Thanks.
You wanted one, now you have one. Best friends. What's everyone else doing?
I just keep looking for the thing, I guess. Periodically.
Just right along.
You start trying to remember bits of what it looked like and try and put down
Sketching.
drawings. Yeah. Yeah, you're very, very distracted as you roll into this pastoral little town. And then once you get closer, you do see out in the fields there's a few non-halflings, but mostly everyone here is the diminutive race. And
They are very tiny compared to us.
Yeah.
yeah, you guys are like monsters.
Not
Yeah.
so much Ricky.
Okay, this is very confusing. Are the Kender in your worlds normally so like that?
What's a kender?
Use real words.
Sort of smallish
Kids?
people.
Like Lucy?
They look like children.
Like,
That's a halfling.
do you mean kindergarten?
They have a habit of stealing
Kindergarten.
everything.
Yes,
That's
children.
rude. You shouldn't have generalized like that.
Oh, but it's very accurate.
Oh, I think I understand what's going on. I had brunch with Takesis once, and she was telling me about Kender. And they're like always picking pockets and stuff. He's from a weird world where their halflings have grown a little
Aren't we
bigger, but
all,
have
though?
become like real assholes. Just like real kind of shits, right?
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah. No, these little creatures are quite friendly and small.
Okay. But, like, I don't need to install locks on all of my pockets, is what you're saying.
I would like to see that happen. I don't know how you lock a pocket.
Yeah, I kind of like
With-
to see that too.
With great care.
Well, I mean, there are thieves amongst them as much as there are thieves amongst anyone, I guess. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Does
Alright.
your world not have zipper technology?
I am unfamiliar with this word.
I will show you zippers. No, that sounds real bad. Never mind.
Do you hear his conversation about zippers?
Theseus, on the other hand, sees no innuendo and he's like, all right.
Show me your zipper.
Will you show me your zipper?
Yes, I will show all of you my zipper later.
I'll let Nika take my zipper looking.
Also, I forgot. I was like, what am I doing with this pumpkin? I put it in my pocket.
Oh.
You
Oh,
squeeze
yeah.
it into the pocket.
Into
Yeah.
the pocket.
That's something. Pumpkin holder. Pardon me.
Also, other things.
Like what?
Cheers.
Do you have limbs in there?
What did I put in there? Shit, I don't remember.
We tried to put chair in, but
Oh, there's a javelin in there.
Mm. Yeah. Is there like a head or a limb?
No.
There could be if you like.
You didn't keep any trophies from past victories?
Well, this is kind of a trophy of a past victory, actually.
The pumpkin?
No, the pocket.
Right. I don't understand.
you should stick your head in there.
Okay. The long bird neck cranes out and just looks around. It's kind of a hollow sound as he's like, it's pretty empty in here. It's just... Oh, there's a javelin that's floating by.
And the pumpkin now.
Yes. Strange. And
Oh,
I'm
my
from...
flask is also in there.
Oh,
Don't touch that.
okay. It evaporates, as I mentioned before. He pulls his long bird neck out. It takes forever.
Could you breathe in there?
Breathing.
Oh, right. Devil thing.
If I needed
let's-
to, then I still
No.
wouldn't.
Not breathing is not a devil thing, just so we're clear.
Oh, sorry. No offense intended.
Anyway, before we get too close, I think I'm going to fit in. And he snaps his fingers and he turns into a halfling.
Now, what was, there was some warning or something someone gave us for this place?
What's
To,
that?
I think we were just told to be nice to Sheila What's-Her-Face.
Yeah, because she'll be nice to us if we're nice to her or something.
I don't think her name is Sheila What's-Her-Face.
And she's a god. So you god people know how to deal with gods?
Yeah, you god people.
Yes.
Are you a god person, Pop?
I'm not sure what you mean.
You talk to gods all the time.
You
and
got
stuff?
you got a god that
Gads.
you like.
You know, gads.
I'm familiar with many religions and many gods. Yeah.
Is there one that you like?
Talk to?
In your head, Pog, you hear Wallace's voice say, "Yes, Pog. What gods do you know?"
It's I think gods and religion are a complicated
Okay, let's,
discussion.
Cop out, work around, loophole.
But if there's somebody you'd like to know about, I can see if I can help.
No, I just don't believe in any gods. So like,
They are very
Pog,
rude.
in your head, you hear him say, "You wear the clothing of Maglubiet. Obviously, you want to talk about that. There's no shame there."
is there gonna be trouble with you with gods around?
I mean, we're going to see a god. Apparently, we're telling you all of our secrets now.
It's fine.
He probably already knows.
I had you fooled until I told you.
Wait, Bestial,
Yes.
True.
You did not
your god is a fire.
have me fooled.
Correct.
You didn't trust me,
Does that
but
like
you didn't know I was a devil in disguise.
But I
walk
also knew
around
that you were a
sometimes?
liar,
does it
pants on
like
fire.
look like one of you maybe?
But I just won't
No.
lie.
I bet he
It's a
probably
fire.
has the pants on fire where he's from.
I don't think he wears pants.
But gods
With
like
large
they do
genitalia
things.
can intimidate
Catch on
people.
fire.
He's wearing pants now.
Burn.
Are you sure your god is a god and not like a concept?
Yes.
I mean, no offense.
That is fine. No, it is definitely a god. It has given me holy missions.
But isn't God a concept in itself?
I mean,
This is heavy thoughts.
Yeah.
the god I serve is
I feel like you and I
Is a
are just
blood red
here,
minotaur
you
of
and I are just, like,
incomprehensible
drinking
size.
and like
Do
having
I-
this like philosophical debate.
Do I know anything about Sheila What's-Her-Face?
You can make a religion check.
Can I?
Sure.
Does anyone
Including what her
know
last
what
name
her
is?
actual
Perry
name is?
Royal. Perry Royal.
Perry Royal. It's written on your map.
13.
Perry Royal.
Perry Royal.
13.
She's like a very friendly, charitable halfling goddess.
Sheila.
Perry Roy.
Spelled
Perry
weird, though.
Royal.
It's not a
As long as she doesn't ask us to spell it, we
And
should be
oh,
fine.
it's phonetic. Perry.
And so with that, your humble wagon
You're way off.
that grows the food that you've been
Phonetic.
munching on all day rolls into...
We've been grazing, if
Yeah.
you will.
You've been grazing, yes. rolls down into this very friendly thatch-roofed cottage little village, and there is a garden, got all different types of things, and there's an elderly-looking halfling woman who is got a bunch of children all kind of running around her, and she's trying to plant some bulbs or something, and one of the kids comes over and she reaches into her pocket and gives him something shiny, and the kid runs off, and she looks over to you and lifts a gloved hand and waves as you roll into town.
I was driving the wagon, right?
Yes.
Yes.
But I think that's where we're going to leave it
Oh,
for
yes.
tonight.
It's 10:30.
It's pretty much 10 days, yes. Thank you for watching Lost on the Great Road. That was a good game, I think. Yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks, which will be posted somewhere. What's the date today? The 13th. So the 30th. Does that make sense?
No, the 27th.
The 27th. Math. Coming around to this no math thing.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Down with
Um,
numbers.
this Saturday on Iron and Ice, and it will also be showing here, is episode 3 of Cold Iron. And that's what I said. Where Alicia is taking over for on the Winter Oak side of things, and we should have episode 1's already up on YouTube. Episode 2 should be up soon. We just got to transfer it over. And yeah, I think that show is already going really well, so go over and watch it. And then this Sunday I'll be on the Feywild game with Kit Battlebeard, who has cheated on us with some other group of gamers, I noticed.
As we accidentally discovered Kit Battlebeard.
Yes.
We're on to you.
You have other friends and I don't like it. But yes, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in 2 weeks on Lost on the Great Road.
Bye.